Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody?
What up, though?
It is, well, it's not Juneteenth anymore, thank God, because, Clark already knows how I feel about that holiday. I think it's one of the most fucked up holidays that black people celebrate in this country. And this is my interpretation of what happened during Juneteenth. I don't know if anybody has like the actual historical records, but from what I've read and researched, so it was niggas in Texas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Niggas in Texas. So the Civil War happened. Civil War was won. The North won. Slaves were free, right? From what I understand, was people came through to Texas to tell these niggas is like, yo, there's no more slavery. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And niggas was like, nah, fuck that. We don't believe you. So I don't know how many years later, but I know it was like a couple years later or something like that. More niggas came through and was like, yo, nah, for real though, you guys are free. There's no more slavery. And then they were like, oh, okay. And this happened on June 17th. So that is what Juneteenth is.
Is it 17th or 19th?
It was
because I was just double checking, but
it was the 17th.
You'll be
Juneteenth.
Let's check. Might have to Google this.
I don't have to Google it. It's June 17th.
It says Sunday, June 9th. Well, they celebrated on the 19th, but it happened on the 17th, I believe. Or that's what they're trying to say. At least from what I'm looking right now. But nah, either way, man, you're potted.
Niggas celebrated on the 17th. That's when niggas celebrate the shit.
Really?
It's always been on the 17th.
I just Googled it. I just typed in Juneteenth. I didn't type in anything else. And It's saying this Sunday, June 19th, 2022. I don't know why it's the 19th, but...
I don't know. From what I understand, it's been the 17th. But whatever the case may be, the date really isn't of any importance.
No, it's not, because honestly...
whatsoever. It's
2 days early, 2 days late. It's still...
The fact of the matter is niggas is dumb.
No, it's still a whatever, like, holiday.
And, like, it's one of those things that now that it's, like, a federal holiday, I think, like, it's kind of like placating niggas. Like, oh, we'll give you this Juneteenth holiday.
I just feel like it's a throwing holiday. Just to be real.
I don't even think it's a throwing holiday. It's just to make niggas feel happy about something.
That's what I'm saying. It's a throwing. Like, hey, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, after all the drama that was going on during the pandemic, hey, here you guys go.
Yeah, after the Black Lives Movement and
all that other stuff. So I look at that as that's just a throwing holiday.
Yeah,
that's all that is.
Like, niggas is really like supporting Juneteenth, and I just think it's like one of the dumbest things. I just feel like white people are like, look at these motherfuckers here.
Nah, people, they're
look at these niggas. Look at these niggas dancing for a made up holiday that essentially is like showing how niggas is dumb.
Yeah, I don't think
when niggas was free, they didn't even want to be free.
I don't think there's any white people coming up to me anytime soon asking me about Juneteenth.
I feel like
gonna go ahead and say that.
I feel like it was niggas that came through to Texas and was like, "Yo, you know we free, right?" And they were like, "Nah, nigga, fuck out of here."
I think it was black people.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, if it is, like I said, that's my interpretation.
No,
I really don't give a fuck enough about it to really break down the history.
From what I remember, when somebody was breaking it down, was just a quick version of it was a few black people came to that town and said, hey, you guys are free. They didn't believe it.
They were like, nah, fuck you, nigga.
And then there was a white guy that was in like
some white folk or whatever.
Yeah, and say, hey, no, you're actually free.
A couple years, like it wasn't like
years later.
Yeah.
It was years later. It wasn't like just seconds later.
So these niggas just gave free. These niggas just gave free manual labor for however many years just cause they didn't want to believe niggas. True. Until the white folk came through like, nah, y'all are free. So it's like, dog, these fucktards are celebrating this shit.
It is kind of a dumb holiday. There's been a lot of dumb American holidays. Let's just be honest.
I don't care. See, that's where people kind of try and throw this under the rug. I don't give a fuck about other American holidays. I give a fuck about this shit.
I'm just equating that a lot of them have been dumb, and there's been a lot there's been a few that's been wiped off the map too, right? That's been federal holidays, and then now they're not. Columbus. You know
I mean, yeah, but Columbus Day was bullshit.
Exactly.
Columbus Day was all like that's good. Taking down the statues of Christopher Columbus. That's cool. You know what I mean? Like I never really celebrated Christopher Columbus anyway.
Yeah.
And then when I realized I didn't have to stand for the pledge, I never really stood for the pledge. Pretty much my entire high school career.
I mean, it's America's freedoms. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that they quote unquote promote. So capitalism, and that's what America's about. It's freedoms to do.
Yeah, but
we all know it's a glass ceiling.
But like this, oh man, I just feel like I'm sorry if we have any people that listen to the show and we may lose listeners off of this, but I really don't care. Like, cut this Juneteenth shit the fuck out.
Yeah, it's not like a holiday that I don't know. Maybe
it's a federal holiday, so niggas get the day off.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, honestly, it's just it's one of those holidays for me.
The banks are closed, I think now.
Oh, really?
Juneteenth, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it's like I feel like these niggas, these white people on Wall Street are like, I get another day off because these niggas is idiots.
Yeah, honestly, I'll say this. I remember, what was it, last year, the first time they kind of like put out Juneteenth as like a
thing?
A thing?
Like a real hard body thing? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I mean, I remember,
this was like, this was, I was thinking like, yeah, hear them trying to like quell the masses. Like, yeah, they just killed George Floyd. Let's give them this holiday. Let's make it seem like it's a good thing. Even though, like, it's an inside joke. Yeah, these niggas are idiots. Like, we getting a whole day off for this shit.
No, yeah. That's definitely a part of it, for sure. Like, it's a nice, like I said, it was a throw-in holiday for the times and the things that were going on. And like I said, when the first time it became a thing, the people around me, weren't all black. So, and I don't think even the black people there weren't really aware of Juneteenth. For me, it's not like I woke up and said, oh, it's Juneteenth. It was just like, oh, this is what's going on. All right, let me watch it. Then I just started observing the people around me. And I was like, yeah, they don't really care like that either. You know what I mean? So this is just kind of an empty thing because it's just a holiday. You're going home. Oh, yeah, it's Juneteenth. Is anybody really going to sit home and like study what went on and anything like that? And is it going to really serve a purpose?
Yeah, bro. Like, it's just one of those things that like Biden used and shit to get elected. But was that the Biden era? I have no idea.
Can't even remember.
I don't know, but it didn't become a federal holiday until Biden's term. It may have been a Trump thing. What I mean?
Can't quite remember on that one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But yeah, I think that holiday overall isn't just like one of those holidays. It's like, yeah, I want to be. I'll say this. It's slow. It's the most slowest awareness, self-awareness that I've ever seen the country do. You know what I mean? When it comes to America. But
why not like celebrate another one of the leaders from the civil rights movement instead of giving this bullshit ass holiday?
That might be better.
You heard me? Can you hear me when I said that?
Yeah, that might be better.
Like give like Malcolm X a holiday.
Yeah.
Or give like Medgar Evers a holiday or something like that. But like this Juneteenth thing. Like, why can't we have, like, civil rights instead of Black History? Like, not instead of Black History Month, but, like, on top of Black History Month? Why not have, like, a Civil Rights Remembrance Month? You know what I mean? Or Civil Rights Remembrance Day.
I mean, or just actually just try to teach about civil rights and exercise it. You know what I mean?
I'm not talking about civil rights as a person. I'm just strictly talking about black folk.
That's what I mean.
And like,
but that's what I mean, though.
Ending segregation.
I mean, I've always overheard, you know, what they're trying to do to the school curriculums nowadays. So they're trying to.
I mean, I think in our state, I think like you can't say gay no more. Some shit. I can't remember what it is. You know how DeSantis get down.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I just think.
Also, this nigga's trying to sue Twitter.
Oh, DeSantis?
Yeah, because a lot of the pension money is tied up in Twitter stock.
Ah.
So I think DeSantis is like, yeah, it happened before me, but you know.
I mean, with DeSantis and that whole thing, let's see. I mean, I'm wondering if that's also tied in with that whole deal that fell through with Elon as well, because that was supposed to probably be a whole influx of money just coming in.
Yeah, for real. The stock was probably going like
jump up real quick. So yeah, that's also probably a part of it. Yeah, because everything affects everything when it comes to
with this kind of stuff coming out. It just makes me think of like all the shit you didn't realize was going on Bobby Axelrod until you saw it on Billions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, damn, this is what's really going on. There's a nigga tying up niggas' pensions and shit.
I mean, sometimes I feel like half of these shows are just like little low-key jokes on what's going on in society.
Like, let me tell you something.
Let's just be honest.
Let me tell you something, dog. I'm gonna keep it a bean. As a creative, right? We're creatives.
Mm-hmm.
Creatives really, there's not that much creativity to go around. You know what I mean? You could only be so creative to make it seem real. Especially when it comes to the music. I mean, not music, but to the movie and to the TV and entertainment field.
Well, Nas said no idea is original. It's nothing new.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
But it's not even that, but like...
It's how it's done. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what I mean? Like, a nigga didn't create Stargate just out of his head. I'm sure there were some things that he was researching, and there was some like hieroglyphics and some blah blah. Excuse me, and blah 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 and all types of stuff. And then he kind of expanded on, just like Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
all those things from like the prehistoric era and the Paleozoic era and all of that stuff. What if they did find some DNA in a mosquito that was preserved in amber, and then they used like some lizard or some bird, because supposedly birds came from dinosaurs, right? So like,
I can see that.
Use like some lizard or some bird DNA from now to kind of like do some weird shit to make dinosaurs now.
What? I mean...
Right? Just think about it. Like, if you watch Jurassic Park now, like the original one, or read the book, because like in Florida, as long as I can remember, in Broward County, you had to read Jurassic Park. That was one of those things you had to read.
Before you go too deep into the Jurassic Park part of it, I just want to give a caveat. All right, so obviously you believe in some form of religion, or you have as a kid, right?
Yeah.
All right, so there's that, but there's also the science part of everything, and you do believe in some form of evolution, correct? Some form of it.
I believe that species do evolve, but I don't necessarily think that I came from a fish or a monkey.
I'm not talking about us. I'm not talking about us. I'm not actually talking about the human race.
Like, if you want to break down,
now, let me finish here. Let me finish here before you go off. I'm going to bring us right back. You're going to have your point. What I'm saying is that let's just look at body parts and evolutions of those parts, right? So you said birds came from dinosaurs, right?
Supposedly.
So the reason why I could maybe believe that is because just the beak and and even just their feet or what have you, right? Those two things are very prehistoric looking. Everything, when it comes to dinosaurs.
So where are you going with this?
No, I'm just saying that could be evolution. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to humans and things like that, I don't believe we came from a straight up monkey.
It's like this.
But I do believe
cold hard fact. If we came from monkeys, why aren't monkeys now like us?
No, exactly.
Monkeys been around just as long as us.
No, for sure, for sure. I would say the only difference is there's just such a deep, long time since the dinosaur era, and birds that there could be some form of evolution that could have happened. That's a long time,
yeah,
right?
Okay. So before you continue,
no, that's my
no,
only point. Really,
we could talk about this a little bit more.
But that was just
it's not even that it's not even that I'm disagreeing with you or saying something. It's like this, right? So like the general consensus is for religious people is that the earth is like maybe 7,000 years old, 8,000 years old, right?
Before Christ, after Christ, all that.
Yeah, it's like just it's not that long, right? Science is millions, billions upon it's been the earth has been around for a little while, right?
Yeah.
So like if you use like creation from the Bible, right? Like God created the heavens and the earth and all of that in 7 days, right? Who's to say how long one of God's days was?
No, for sure.
Right? If you look at in Genesis when they're talking about God creating where he started, right? He started with like the fish in the sea, like the plants on the earth, the fish in the sea. Then he made like the birds and then the animals on the ground. Then he made us. That's the theory of evolution. From God's 7 days to like 7 billion years.
No,
if you want to
sure.
say one of his days is a billion years, just to simplify it for people, right?
I agree.
Like it's like literally how a lot of scientists say people evolved from fish. The fish in the sea first. Mm-hmm. Then he made like the birds and then the fucking guys on the ocean. I mean guys on the ground.
Yeah.
Then he made humans last.
And that's through the book of Genesis and the whole nine, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. You're right about like potentially, let's make that analogy or make that comparison of a year being a billion. That easily could be true. That's why a day
being a billion years.
So it's 7 billion years, which honestly, if you want to merge the two things together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's to say? Are you God? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you putting this this time constriction on the nigga that created time? That a day is a day?
No, exactly. And honestly, the Bible, and you said it's only a few thousand years old, right?
Yeah, a lot of religious people say because like the Bible, it's only the earth is only a few thousand years old.
Exactly, right? So
add a couple of like exponentially put a 2 on that or 100 on that, and maybe we can like have an actual conversation where people who believe in science and people who believe in religion can actually get somewhere.
No, for sure. I mean, honestly, I think just looking at both pieces of whatever evidence is just presented, right?
Yeah.
So like
today's episode is brought to you by Oak Fruitland.
Yeah. So
from the oak to the folks.
So when you're looking at everything, right? Mm-hmm. I kind of look at it as...
Oh, hold on. You know what we never do?
What's up?
Hey, guys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe.
Oh, yeah, do that on all platforms, DSPs. And if you're on YouTube, go to Report Card Radio and subscribe and listen in for episodes of Lightly Seasoned. If not, check out Mikey T, the movie star, on his live podcast.
Boom, right?
There you go. So back to what I was saying. So now when you look at both pieces of evidence, man, it's kind of like, and I'm just kind of more free-minded now. I've definitely been a part of the Catholic Church in the beginning, Baptist, the whole nine. So I kind of got to read a little bit on, that faith, right? So looking at both things and kind of just seeing the whole evolution part, and that I kind of think if I were, and I'm not even going to lean to what's actually real or not, because there's so many things you could just say, right? But the book has been 7,000 years old. The book only came around when humans were around then.
The book?
The Bible.
Humans had to write the book.
Exactly. So it's only around if humans are around. So that's just proving there that humans weren't really around or communicating to for a long time, or the wars between humans, because every established actual society would just burn down the last one, and you would have no history, no facts. But let's just say it goes
history's written by the winners,
of course. So let's just say humans go about 20,000 years tops, right? Let's just say that, right?
And nobody gave a fuck about what the other cultures were writing down or nothing. Let's burn that shit as soon as we take it over.
Yeah, we're gonna put our imprint. Let's put our stamp. It's like a hostile takeover in a company. They come through. Here's our company. New logo. New this. New that. New staff. We got this. That's how it is. And if that's just the correlation that you guys need, that's how we're gonna have to give it to you. But it is a to me, I think that's, if I had to guess, that's how the whole evolution and things like that has been going down. But honestly, another thing is too, the evolution of this inflation and pricing is crazy too lately. Honestly, have you been seeing the gas prices? Have you been seeing the rent prices?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The housing prices is crazy.
It's tough out there.
It's really wild right now.
It's tough out there, man. You know what? But hey, man, like, you gotta get your money up now. If the past couple of months hasn't hit you, you should know you gotta get your money up, because it's rough out there. Yeah, gas is at like $5 minimum, pretty much everywhere. It's probably cheaper in Texas because, they got hella oil and all of that stuff out there. But like everywhere else, I've seen $8.
Gas
I've seen $7. I've seen $6.
Gas is now airport prices everywhere. Simple as that.
Beyond airport prices.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now it's beyond it, but just in general, just very high. You're gonna see high 4s, high 5s across the board. And
high 4s is the minimum. Mm-hmm. That's the minimum. I don't think anywhere in the country there's still $3 gas.
No, that's a fact. I'll be real. And actually, another thing is too, I remember riding like a few hours on the road, just in the same, between a few counties in the South or whatever. And, I stopped by a Costco, and their prices are fluctuating too. Just in that same, I stopped by 3 Costco's in one day, just because how bad gas is, right? So
yeah, but also, gas prices change. Gas prices change from every city to city because cities have different taxes on gas. So that's why when you go to like a Texaco in one city, and then like the other Texaco could be 2 blocks away, and that Texaco is like 5 to 10 cents cheaper, or Citgo or Shell, is because the city has tax on gas, either for school, for just general maintenance, all that type of shit.
I'm not gonna lie, it was some dramatic drops though, by like 30-40 cents though.
There's mega taxes on gas.
Yeah. And honestly,
it's just like how some places you can get free air and some places you can't.
Yeah, and normally you don't think about like 30-40 cents as anything. But if
you don't think about that until you're about 27.
No, for sure. But when you actually
27, 30, 40 cents difference on something that you get multiple of.
Yeah, and
you take that into consideration.
No, yeah, and you're filling it up. Like for me, I'm a fill it all the way up. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So since I'm gonna fill it up, I'd rather just not deal with the whole drama or anything like that. I'd rather just But when I see 40 cents, I'm like, damn, I'm like, this is some bullshit. God damn, I'm just here at the goddamn gas station cursing out my damn self, looking at it, I'm like, yo, this is some bullshit, bro. Because, dealing with 93 ain't freaking easy in this day and age. I'm definitely going electric as soon as possible.
I'll say this, right? Like I said, I always consider myself a little bit different than like the average guy. Like, I don't consider certain things when it comes to like necessities, like the price don't matter to me. Like I have a low value in money, and that's probably hurt me a lot of times. You know what I mean? Because if it's something that I have to get, I'm going to spend the money regardless. Like there's Gas could be $8 tomorrow. I'm filling up the gas tank.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. I think when it comes to certain things, I'm kind of the same way. If it's like, guess if it comes to the car.
Like I didn't grow up rich, so I really don't know where I got this super low value for money. But like that's how I've always been.
I don't think that's a low value of money. It's just you'll pay for things that's necessary to get you possibly more money. Or
anything, not even just things to make me more money. It's just like, yo, bro, if toothpaste went up to $20 tomorrow, I'm buying toothpaste for $20.
Well, yeah.
I'm not going to be one of those guys trying to get it for $17.80.
Nah, but you're also not going to be that guy trying to be walking around with brown teeth. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a necessity. Those things right now.
And I know that seems kind of like cold because not everybody has that ability. But like I said, I didn't grow up rich. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but there's things
I didn't grow up.
There's things that you value, like any man would, or any woman too.
Yeah,
would just value. Like I said, there's things that
money's not one of them. It just so happens to be.
No,
a lot of people who had, I don't want to say the exact same environmental, restrictions or environmental stressors or whatever. Like the people who grew up like me. Right, I'm trying to be PC for you guys, but like for the people that grew up, like a lot of people don't think like that. A lot of people like, yo, if gas went up, if filling up your tank went from $50 to $80, a lot of people would really consider not driving anymore. Coming from where we come from. You know what I mean? People like us.
Nah, for sure.
Not me.
Nah, I mean,
I'm gonna be a driving motherfucker. Listen. And I'm gonna find a way to make that money for that gas money.
No, for sure. But that's what I mean. Here's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's really just about the necessity things. That's a necessity thing. Toothpaste at this point now is a necessity thing.
It could be cable, my nigga. I don't care.
I don't think you cut cable because at this point it's a necessity thing.
You get what I'm saying? If internet went up to $500 a month, I'm finding that $500.
It's almost a necessity thing now. There's a few.
If the PlayStation goes up to $1,000 for the PlayStation 6, I'm getting the PlayStation 6.
I got you, but now there's a few restaurants, if they go spike their prices too crazy, you might. I'm
still eating at Jay's. God damn it! I'm still getting the Jay's mac and cheese. If it went from $10 a side to $35 a side, I'm getting that fucking mac. That's just me though.
Oh no!
And I don't put that on anybody else.
It's up to a certain number for me. If you're after a triple up, quadruple up, it's like, all right, yeah, I can't. I'm just gonna walk away from it. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
A double up for me, it's just
cool. I get it. No, that's cool. I get it. I'm not saying that you're wrong for that.
Yeah. It's for me. It's because it's like I know the price, fam. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but I also know shit's fucked up in the world.
Oh no, I get that too. But I also know the price, and I know some of these meetings that they have, and people are gonna just price gouge too. They're gonna try. So
price gouging.
That part.
Here's the thing about price gouging.
That part, right? For me,
it's pretty much illegal. So like they could push it to the max. You know what I mean? And you gotta expect niggas to push it to the max.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's the part. That's the part when I'm talking about. It's like, let's be honest. If you bought the Air Forces from a homie.
It's like when we were kids. Yeah, same thing. Air Forces.
Air Forces.
They used to be $59.99 for.
Exactly, right?
For the low tops.
But if it's in that same week and the same homie comes back to you and tries to get you on a triple up just because you've been buying a lot of them, then you might look at them kind of funny.
That's different.
That's all I'm saying.
But that's a whole okay.
It's kind of the same.
No, it's not. Because with that example, there's other fucking Air Forces that you can get for the regular price. There's a difference. When a nigga's just like hurricane time. I remember when like, I want to say like high school, stuff like that. Niggas used to try and, the corner stores used to try and sell gallons of water for like $10. It's illegal now to do that.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It is illegal, but it's illegal until somebody reports it.
Yeah, you know but at the same time, You go to Publix, if you get your shit when you need to get your shit, you're gonna get your water at a regular price.
That's all I'm saying. Like, and no, I get what you mean on that. You are gonna get it at the regular price, but the thing I was trying to point out, just like, is that.
And if you wait till the very last minute, I'm gonna have to pay $10 for that bottle of water because Publix is closed.
True. There's certain things I'll pay for sure when it comes to comfort, not waiting. Like if I'm going to a club or something like that, yeah, I'm probably just gonna pay to either skip the line, be with a few people. We gonna get a bottle,
or you know just get a table,
or get it. That's what I'm saying.
And then just fuck the whole line.
And it's
situation.
not even like you got to be with a few people to get a bottle, because depending on where you're at, you literally get 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? Like there's lots of ways it could go down. So like you can get a bottle, have a date, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. I'll definitely pay for valet. I'll definitely pay for a table. And those are to me, those aren't necessities, but those are luxury. But it's
not even luxury. Let me tell you something.
But a valet is definitely
convenience. Listen, the idea of convenience has shot up on the board of what's important. No, niggas pay for listen.
No, they do, but all right. In my scenario too, I'll say valeting is actually a safety precaution too.
Oh, where'd you get that?
Oh no, there's a whole real life situation that happened before. Remember, I was going to a club with this chick, right? And we went to it was G5's little thing, right? They had a little comedy.
Okay. G5 is a strip club.
Exactly.
Don't say I went to this club. Strip club and a club is different, bro.
No, but they have a lounge, literally.
That's cool, but it's still a strip club.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
But there's a safety thing to that, too, with valeting. You know what I'm saying? Because valeting also can be a safety thing. You're not walking far from a premises. You're literally going from front door.
Remember, you're talking to the choir. When I go to Sawgrass, I valet every time.
That's all I'm saying.
If I go to Aventura, I'm valeting.
Exactly, but most people don't think about that as a safety thing too, right? But it doubles down as a safety thing. It's convenience and safety, because that same night, right? We were riding with with the girl, and we had 2 other people following us. They decided not valet, and they parked on the side, got stuck up. Right when we're inside, comfortable, had drinks already, they're coming at us like, yeah, their car got stolen, both wallets gone, things like that. So like, I look at valet, and to me, like, it's convenient.
It's convenient.
But at the same time,
but safety is a part of the convenience. Like, I don't like when you talk about the idea of convenience. What does convenience mean to you?
Fast tracking, easier.
It's not just a time thing.
It's sometimes
it's not just a time thing. It's not.
It's a part of it.
You can't just think. You can't just think of convenience as it's a part of it.
Yeah,
but it's not just time. It's everything. It's the fact of getting a bunch of things done in one shot compared to having to do a bunch of things.
Or just easing the task period, even if it's a singular thing. Because it's just parking, right? And valeting. So just parking a car.
Like I said, convenience is shot up on the board. Convenience used to be like a 3rd round pick, 4th round pick. Convenience might be your decider. How convenient is this compared to the other thing?
Yeah, I do like convenience though. Like I said, my main thing is valeting, and when it comes to entertainment, I'll definitely put down on entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But then obviously there's the necessity fees too. Like you're always going to put down money on food, good food, right?
Yeah, necessity is necessity. Like it's things that have to happen.
It's got to happen. You got to eat. So yeah, we could go for corner store food or work a little bit harder and get a little bit better food that you know
it's like the price. It's like the rent prices, right? Like you're fucked trying to find a good rental.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, no, that's true. Well, right now in Atlanta, they're actually just trying to make a rule to change that.
Yeah, that shit's wild to me. It's wild, but I understand. You know what I mean? Like,
might be a necessary evil. It's fucked up though.
Like they're cutting out Airbnbs for people, and I get it that it's tough. People should be able to do what they want, but it's like I live in an HOA, and you got to live in your place at least 5 years before you consider Airbnb in it. Before you consider using it as a rental, you have to use that. You have to use it as your main residence for like at least 5 years, and I'm cool with that.
That's not a bad rule.
I'm cool. I'm totally fine with that because you don't want some guy just buying up a bunch of places, giving it to Airbnbs, and this is a residential community. You know what I mean? I get all of that, but Atlanta, they're taking it a step above. It's like people could only have
two houses basically, and you have to live in one.
And you have to live in one. One has to be your primary residence.
No, that's a fact. I mean, and also I think it's also for one is to give people a chance to.
Prices are up.
Yeah,
you know, people need places to stay.
Yeah, people need places to stay for one. Two, I also think it's to keep the quality of each neighborhood that you're buying into.
Yeah, like even in
you are gonna preserve the quality.
Could you imagine you live in one of those? You live in one of those like multi-billion-dollar neighborhoods or whatever the case may be, and the house next to you is a multi-billion-dollar house, but it's a fucking Airbnb, and every weekend there's a party.
Exactly, and I'm not worried about the parties, but yeah, that can be an issue. And that neighborhood is not gonna get the consistency that it would need to actually flourish as a HOA, little things like that.
Or even not even non-HOA, just like period. Like I wouldn't want to party next door every weekend, bro. Just as a human.
No, not even just that. Like if it could almost get so bad to where the people that can't afford multiple housing, right? Multiple houses to purchase to use for Airbnbs, right? The issue is that if they start controlling close to 50% of all the neighborhoods in America, that means you're going to not really know what a neighborhood actually is overall. It's just going to be all rental property, people swapping out.
In and out. Short-term leases is a motherfucker. It's crazy. Like, it may not seem like a big thing to people, but like, if I had a few neighbors on my street, like every 2 months is somebody different, I wouldn't, like, who the fuck are these niggas? You know what I mean? Like, who are these guys this time? These niggas look shady. Exactly. Like, it doesn't lend itself to overall peace of mind.
Now let me speak for the other side.
Yeah, money is money. I get it.
I'm gonna be pissed if I have my third or fourth house and I'm actually
I have a family member who has multiple Airbnbs in Atlanta.
Yeah, so I'd be fucking
that's
heated.
Tough, bro.
You know why? Because it's like if I decide to spend years upon years, I got loans for these houses, right? We're paying it back off through this actual plan.
Yeah, mortgages.
Mortgages. I'm also using marketing dollars to actually get people in these Airbnbs and Verbo going through their plus plans or whatever the fuck they got going, creating another website,
hiring people to make it like an Airbnb Lux or Airbnb, whatever the case may be, like just little things.
And there's multiple properties, so I need it to be well kept. So I have to have the maintenance well on it too, right? Oh, let's not even speak. Are they older houses and I renovated all of them?
Yeah, some of them you got to drop that bread.
Exactly.
Like you know what I'm going through.
So like,
you know what I'm going through doing my bathroom.
Exactly. So let's just focus on the fact that we did all that just to get multiple houses. Good
You
amount
saw
of,
what the white
good
lady
amount,
said.
You know,
that
what I mean?
was a part of their retirement.
No, for sure. Now we
was
got
these Airbnbs.
Now we got a good amount of income flowing. We created a whole business. Now we're even being able to have a property management company based off of this after, right?
Yeah.
Now you just dropped this bomb on me. What the hell am I supposed to do? What is my solution? Now I have to.
Hey man, this is what I say. This is what I say. This is what I say. Hey, again, I'm gonna stress the fact that I have like a completely different viewpoint of things. I'm gonna break things down for you guys. I've been locked up before, so I have a different viewpoint. You know what I mean? Like the whole pandemic situation is like being in jail, but more freedom. So I didn't been through it because I got locked up in college, or not locked up in college. Well, I did get locked up in college. I got locked up in college, probation, VOP on some bullshit. So I've experienced, like, when I say I've experienced a lot, I've experienced the system fucking me over. I've experienced, you know, I've talked about it previously, like the medical system. I've experienced racism. I've experienced making a lot of money under Trump. So it's like kind of feels weird being black. And then, you know, like the whole anti-Trump sentiment and this, that, and the third. So like I've had my fair share of business. I mean, not my fair share of business, but my fair share of experiences. That's why I kind of feel like, you know, I have a kind of open viewpoint when it comes to things. Yeah. Because like I've seen it from like multiple situations.
No, for sure.
So like when I land on this Airbnb shit, you know, it's fucking tough.
No, it's a tough
and a lot of niggas in prison will just tell you, hey man, that's tough, whatever.
No.
Niggas is in prison their whole life.
No, that's cool. But now let's go one step better then, because and we don't have to go with the philosophical thing. Let's just go with what's just on paper. Is that a American thing to do to your American people?
It's kind of
because this is a capitalistic.
It's kind of socialist. You know, it's kind of Castro-esque, where everybody deserves a thing. But like I said, culture's changed, bro. Special interest.
So what happened to Pursuit of Happiness? Because I'm pursuing a lot of money, and y'all stopping my money.
The people that are able to pursue true happiness, like the ultra rich, they're still pursuing their true happiness.
Nah, for sure, I get that.
But like, other than that, my nigga, it's tough.
I get it,
and that's what it is.
Because I see a whole lot of things in the Constitution that's supposed to back me up, and y'all not backing me up right now.
I mean, it's cool, but it's like different interpretations of the Constitution. This is what I say when I'm like, yeah, my nigga, it's tough, bro, but it's fucking tough all over.
I get it. I think this might actually be, I mean, unless they do this on a national stand, I don't know if this is going to go down all the way.
It don't have to be nationalist. Every state has their own, the ability to do whatever the fuck they want. So like in Atlanta, they can do that if they so choose.
Yeah.
Now it's your job as a fucking constituent to vote the right people in, so that to kind of like make sure that this doesn't happen.
True. I feel like there's already a side hustle to be able to pull this off. Anyways, there's going to be like, it's like
the Canadians that live here for like 6 months. They live here for 6 months because they have to live in Canada for 6 months so they get free healthcare.
And let me ask.
It's not you think that they want to have to go back and forth when they want to stay here.
Let me ask you a question too, right? When it comes to this, is just, you know, this is the scheming ways that I figure that the public will end up doing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm going to read about this about 3 years, 5 years down the road. But like, and it's going to be people using other people's information to like acquire these houses, but it's not going to be all in their names to have multiple Airbnbs anyways. How could they possibly do that? Could you?
You should make a company. and you buy it as a company. And that avoids that whole company don't have to live in no fucking residence. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of different ways to skirt all of this shit.
But you wouldn't get the first time home buyer.
Yeah, but hey, you can if you're a company. You just get that out your mind.
Okay.
And it goes again. If gas goes up to $8 a gallon, I'll be damned sure that I'm spending $100 to fill up my gas tank.
So there's probably going to be a lot of. So it's safe to say in 3 to 5 years, there's going to be a lot of companies. A lot of property management companies. It's going to be a lot of small property management companies.
A lot of real estate investment companies. A whole bunch.
Yeah.
But then it's going to be the job of if you have an HOA or not. That's why it's like. HOAs are good and they're bad. You know what I mean? You can have an HOA where these investment companies can't buy properties in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You say? Sure. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's those things that you don't think of. You know what I mean? It's those things that you don't really consider. Like somebody was saying, things don't get real until the bills are in your name.
No, for sure. And I think also when it comes to Airbnbs, anyways, or Verbos, in my personal opinion, it's probably a lot harder to me to own like a penthouse and try to put that in a Airbnb because you got to just cross through so many people and see so many people, right?
If you own a penthouse, I'll take it back to this puffy line. I got so many spots that I don't fly with luggage, right? Mm-hmm. It's like if you own a penthouse, you're not in the penthouse.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, unless shit's going bad for you, you're not in the penthouse 11 months out of the year, 10 months out of the year, whatever the case may be, depending on how much you travel.
No, that's true.
That's just one of your spots.
No, that's true. That's true.
There's not too many people that save up their whole life to buy a $15 million penthouse, and then that's it. And then their house, and then their house poor. Then their house poor, where they just live in the house and they don't have shit.
Nah, that's true. But and when it comes to like that, but like reason why I'm saying it's harder to like rent those out is just like I said, you got, and even like a neighborhood that has a guard gate and a bunch of things like that, right? To me, it's stupid to buy a house over there to rent it just because you have so many,
all those layers,
all those eyes and things like that. To me, it would be smarter to be in a place that you have a lot more space and maybe a half an acre or a little acre or whatever. An acre is still a lot, but just something with a little bit more space.
Yo, bro, speaking
a
of which,
little arm length, because now you just rent out the place and you can have somebody drive by or have cameras outside. Speaking of that acreage
shit, right? Let me tell you the shit. We were driving by. We went to like this little food truck shit the other day, and then it's off of it's like by Volunteer Park by Sawgrass, right? So the roads over there is like the horse community where people got horses, and then they have the park, and then the next park is the horse park where you could just bring your horse over. So it's like big money, right? So it's like in Plantation Acres, right? I saw this sign and I was like, save our acres. So I'm the type of nigga that I always look up shit. So we look it up, and it's like, so this is what they're trying to do. Plantation Acres. This is the name of the place.
Plantation Acres.
Everybody got an acre or more, right? So originally, they zoned the place for 11 new spots. I don't know how many acres, probably like 15 to 20 acres for 11 new spots. And then now the city of Plantation wants to turn those 11 into 42.
Damn.
Niggas in Plantations like, the fuck?
Hold on. You want to what?
Yo, and it's like when I was younger, I would have been like, nah, everybody should do this and do that and blah, 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 and they should be able to blah, blah, blah. But it's like now when you think about it as like, damn, and as a person that owns property or anything like that, you're like, hell nah, you gonna drive my property value down.
Nah, for sure.
The fuck?
Hell no.
And then you gonna have all of these cheap houses, and then you gonna have all of these broke motherfuckers moving in, fucking my shit up.
That was basically the Dave Chappelle thing that they were trying to get at him about not the whole transgender thing or anything like that, but
Dave Chappelle's my nigga, man. I fuck with Dave.
yeah, you don't remember when they were saying, oh, he voted for some low income housing property not to be, I guess, in a city or something like that.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's, if he owns majority of the city, literally that he's living in.
Yeah, oh yeah. Dave owned most of his city.
Like, even if he's at 51%, he owns most of it. That's just a known fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter what percentage, he owns most of it. That's just what it is. So, since this man owns that much, I think he has the right to speak on it. And yeah.
And then, hey, I'm gonna keep it a bean, right?
He has to protect his investment.
I want to keep it a bean. A lot of black people are like, oh, he don't want all these black people. Where Dave live is not a lot of black people. So the niggas that they talking about is if you ever watch Ozark, he's talking about those white motherfuckers. That's who the fuck he talking about. He don't live with a lot.
You talking about the redneck?
Yes, the redneck niggas in the middle of the country. That's never left. You know what I mean? So he's not talking about black folk. Dave live in Ohio, just so if anybody don't know, he live in the middle of the country, and like he said. The ghetto hoes in his country are the barefoot white girls with the dirty feet.
Yeah.
So him and his Asian wife, it might be him and maybe another one or two black people. And then the low income Section 8 niggas that's moving in ain't niggas.
Yeah. No, I completely agree on that.
It's not a race thing.
It's not a race thing.
It's not even a race thing. It's not a nigga hating his own kind thing, which a lot of people would probably say. Yeah. Because they're thinking of what it's like being on the coast.
Like I said, he's protecting his investment. He owns most of that city. You don't need to be at anything close to race when it comes to protecting your investment. I mean, it's a lot.
I don't care who it is.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. The same way that a lot of these other superstar people are out here owning, parts of cities and things like that. If something was going on, I'm pretty sure those people, I couldn't call them racist because it's like, man, if you spent all that money to own nearly a city,
and then now they want to bring all.
You want to switch
back? Listen, when I was at the University of Florida, hold on, they didn't want to build a Walmart in a certain area because they didn't want the crowd that the Walmart would elicit, and that's essentially students.
Yeah,
it really didn't break down to a black thing or to a white thing because there's other Walmarts. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get it.
But Walmart. This is Walmart. This is the biggest company in the world.
And even Walmart took a hit, and they had a.
These niggas would rather they would rather drive 30 minutes to go to Walmart than have them build a Walmart in their own town, a 24-hour joint, because they don't want all these young motherfuckers out here. Just acting crazy.
No, for sure, because that was the thing,
and I can feel that.
No, that's the thing too. But now
But the outsider would see that. The outsider would see that and be like, "Oh, these niggas is racist."
No, but let's take it deeper though. Walmart actually took a step on that, right, and created that neighborhood Walmart.
That's just a grocery store.
Just a grocery store. This is whoever part of their team. They did enough just to stay in the game because that was going to start taking them out. I was going to start taking them out because it's like...
Super Walmart was actually kind of fucking them up. Like the Walmart super centers.
Yeah. The
24-hour joints. It was actually kind of fucking them up because...
You had to spend a lot of money, a lot of lights.
Not even that. They were causing other companies to have to now be 24 hours almost.
Yeah.
Gas stations that weren't 24 hours are now 24 hours because they got all of these Walmarts that were like anchors in plazas. An anchor, this is a little commercial real estate thing. An anchor is like one of the main stores that drive up passerby money. Like people come to Walmart and then they got a pet store right next door. let me go check this pet store real quick because I have a dog.
Walmart,
you know what I mean?
Whole Foods.
Walgreens, CVS, those are called anchors.
Yeah, big stores.
Big stores, big money that have their own. They don't need anybody else in the plaza to supply them with customers. You know what I mean? They're going to have they're fine.
Back in the day, the Toys R Us, Best Buys of the world.
Best Buy too, yeah.
Well,
Same
no,
thing.
Best Buy's down a little bit now.
Whole Foods is Whole Foods is an anchor.
Damn
Fucking
sure.
Trader Joe's is damn near an anchor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you notice that in every plaza, there's almost like either a CVS or a Dwayne Reed, depending on where you are. Fucking, I don't know what like the California brand is, but like they got CVS's and Walgreens over there too. So it's like that's how it is.
True. Like that's the part, but that's the part of good business.
I can understand. I can understand why they were like, nah, we don't want a Walmart.
Because it's gonna attract a certain thing. You know what I'm saying?
All these students are gonna try and come over here because the other Walmart's too packed. And we don't want these niggas over here driving fast and playing loud music.
Plus, there's, even like over the years, before the whole social media kicks and things like that. I mean, in the late part of high school, I used to go to Walmart late and
y'all had a club. Y'all had a
Club Walmart,
a Club Publix, wasn't it? Was it a Publix or what is it?
In college, there was a club
in
Publix.
Tallahassee.
Yeah, that was
Club Publix. Like after 10 o'clock, niggas would be playing club music. People would dress up to go to Publix to do some shopping and meet some people.
It was the number one place to pick up a chick in I think in America. Voted in some magazine, but yeah, that's a fact. That was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like pull up
It's
to Club
different
Publix.
in Florida.
Oh yeah.
Different. It's different in Florida. I know Charlamagne say that like, yo, the craziest people come from the whole state of Florida and the Bronx, but it's different in Florida. I'll just say the middle of Florida is wild.
I was good at at coining a lot of people coining a lot of places as club whatever. Mm-hmm. And it would stick. Like I did Club Shell. Club Shell was one because that would be like a place that everybody would either go to McDonald's and then pull up to the Shell.
Denny's.
You know what I'm saying?
There was a Denny's and a Check. There was a Denny's and a Checkers that I remember that niggas would go to after going to the club.
Yeah.
And it would be packed all the time.
That's just the thing. He was like, yep. It was always the pre meetup and the after meetup spot.
After meetup.
And then there was one in like Orlando too that I would pull up to. Same thing.
Same thing with Tampa. There was a few places.
Yeah, just and then
a lot of places in Ybor. Like leaving Ybor, there was like this McDonald's right on the outskirts of Ybor.
Yeah.
That was always rammed. So yeah, I can understand it.
Club Speedway, Club Shell.
Okay.
Walmart. There was a few of them things.
Okay, let's get into the elephant in the room. The bull in the china shop.
No.
Fucking Steph Curry.
Oh no, I like Steph Curry, man.
The Warriors. They won their fourth chip in the Steph Curry era. I'm gonna say the Steph Curry era. I like LeBron, but Steph Curry won 3 chips against LeBron. LeBron won 1. So I'm gonna give Steph Curry the leg up, right? This is the Steph Curry era.
Are they tied in rings right now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
LeBron may have double All-Stars, because he's like when Steph Curry got drafted, it was literally LeBron's 11th year. Mm-hmm. So like, okay, so like give Steph another 4 or 5 years, 6 years. He may get another 5, 6 All-Stars. You know what I mean? But like this is definitely the Steph Curry era. I have my thoughts on everything. You know what I mean? I was a Steph Curry fan from jump. You know what I mean? I was on it before Woody. I was on it before Skip Bayless. I was on it.
Nah, I like Steph. Steph has always been a pretty consistent player, but he did like bloom a little bit later due to injuries and things like that. So, But I've always liked Steph. Steph has been nice.
From when I met this nigga in the club in South Beach, I thought this nigga Steph. I was one of the Steph Curry's the greatest. This is before he was great, right? A lot of people won't think this, but like, yo, like, let's get down to the nitty gritty. They won the chip. He won the MVP. He won the MVP for the finals. Mm-hmm. Averaging 30 some odd points. He dropped 34 in the last game. I honestly think Steph, like a lot of people are saying, Steph was out of the. Excuse me. Steph was hovering around 12 to 15 because he didn't have a Finals MVP. To me, Steph was already in the final. Steph was already in the top.
It did affect his legacy a little bit. Just
Steph was already in the top 10 to me, and he wasn't 10. He's the top 10 and he's not 10.
I do think if there was he should be a 2 times Finals MVP. I don't think with Durant he should have ever been Finals MVP, but that Andre Iguodala one, I still think even with like a bad game or two in the finals, the games that he did play well, he balled out. It wasn't as well as this ball out. You know what I'm saying? He balled out way better this time, correct?
Yeah, when everybody got injured the last time they were in the finals, he dropped like 46.
No, he balled out then too, but you know, it's hard for you to win an MVP, a finals MVP losing, because if that was the case, LeBron would have definitely won one when he lost against Steph, because he was averaging like 40 plus points and some crazy.
But then they started Iguodala, and then he wasn't averaging 40 something points. That was the thing. When they weren't starting Iguodala to when they were, it dropped his points per game to where at the end of the day he was averaging 36, but like he was averaging damn near 50 before they put Iggy on him, and then he was averaging 20 something. That's literally what it was.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a lot of.
That's why they gave it. That's why niggas be like, oh yeah, he was still averaging 30, but like no, he was averaging 30 because he was averaging like 44, 42, 40, 45, and then when they put Iggy on him, he was averaging like 22, 24.
I mean, was he getting locked down or was he just missing? That's the question right there.
That's the question.
You know what I'm saying?
But the perception is always the perception, bro. The perception will sometimes become what it is because it's the perception.
Because you can almost say that about, even though obviously Steph won, you could almost say that about this finals run. He had like 1 or 2 games that weren't that great, but all the other games.
He had 1 game that wasn't that great.
Yeah, like scoring wise. You know what I'm saying?
One game 5. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else, he was dropping like 30, 40 points.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, it's like 1 game, and then he got to ball out. I'll say this, though. When it comes to LeBron versus Steph, though, I'm
not even going to get into that, right?
No, I'm just saying. I'm not talking about them versus each other. I'm saying, like, just their finals teams, their finals matchup. Did they ever, like, and I'm trying to exclude the KD years, but it's hard to. But did they ever face each other, like, fully healthy? Like full on, full staff, back to back. We're running. I can't remember.
The first KD year.
First KD year,
I want to say.
And then there was like slight injuries after that.
Yeah, because the times before that, Kyrie and Kevin Love was injured. Draymond got suspended.
Yeah, that did happen.
And then the 1 year that they didn't play each other,
and Bogey got hurt that same time too. I think when Draymond
the 1 year that they didn't get the 1 year that they didn't play LeBron before this year, KD popped his shit, Klay tore his ACL. So Steph was and that was against the Toronto. Trust me, if them niggas didn't get hurt, Toronto was getting swept. But back to what I was originally saying, right? Mm-hmm. Unpopular opinion. Steph is top 4. Top 4.
Over who?
Top 4. I'll say he's the 4th right now. Right? I won't say top 5 because it's it's a toss up to me between Shaq and LeBron.
And where do you have LeBron on this list?
LeBron, like I said, it's a toss up for the 5th. So LeBron could be 6th to me. And I like LeBron.
I got to put LeBron just a little bit higher just because he brought so much other. To me, he brought like poorer teams.
I'm talking about, I mean, that's cool and all. But like.
That's not easy to do.
But like I was saying
get
earlier.
on my back and I'm going to take you to the final. Like I was saying,
like who did Steph Curry, like what superstar did Steph Curry have with him this year? Please tell me.
I'm talking about the Ira Newby year. What did
who has Steph had a hobbled Clay, a Draymond that didn't do a lot, and he had Andrew Wiggins who was an all-star shooting, getting 18 points a game. So tell me, who did he have?
I'm not discrediting Steph on this. I'm just not trying to discredit LeBron either. I think LeBron's a little bit.
I'm not discrediting LeBron, but Steph won three rings against this nigga. So that's that question. Nobody can argue that with me.
With KD, though.
I don't care. He won one without KD.
But he got 2 with KD.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
You know what I'm saying?
It's 3 to 1.
And those two are...
It's 3 to 1. It's 3 to 1. He's 75%.
That's great to talk over me, but here's the facts. KD he played with Steph and got 2, right? And those 2 were versus LeBron, right? Okay. So, yes, you're going to put those numbers
1 year,
down.
KD had 28 points a game. Steph had 27.
Exactly.
And KD won. KD won the MVP.
What the hell was LeBron supposed to do with that?
But he had two all-stars just like Clay had 2.
Is Kyrie better than any of those guys on the Warriors? Like I'm almost pretty sure you still would rather have Clay over Kyrie, right?
I don't know that a lot of people would say that. You would say that because you have sense.
I think you would say that too.
I would say that too, but if you're talking about the numbers, if you can't talk about us, you got to talk about the average.
I'm saying that's still 3 players better than the second best player that LeBron got to play with. Clearly. No. And you're saying Steph is better, so let's say Steph is 1.
And I don't think a lot of people would have said Steph was better than Kyrie back then.
Let's just say
1,000%.
Let's go with how you're saying it right now. Steph is rated better than LeBron in your book. So Steph is 1, right? Steph is 1 in that series.
Yes.
So is LeBron 2 or is he under KD?
In that series, LeBron was 2. KD had to prove that he was on LeBron's level.
So LeBron's 2. So now you have KD, Clay.
We think Clay is above Kyrie, but I would think a lot of people would think that KD and Kyrie are damn near on the same level.
I feel you.
In that time frame.
But we got to rank them. So we're going KD, Clay. So now it's 1, 3, and 4. You know what I'm saying? 1, 3, and 4, and questionably they might have the 5th.
Nah.
Questionably.
It was 1. Okay, so the Cavs had, depending on who you ask, Cavs had 2, 3, and 5. Right?
Who is the Kevin Love?
Kevin Love. They would say that at that time, people would say that Kevin Love is significantly better than Draymond.
But what was the plus minus?
I don't know, nigga.
Because I'm pretty sure that's part of it.
I'm saying at that time, I'm saying that they would say that Kevin Love was a significantly better player than Draymond. Remember, he's coming from Minnesota when he was averaging like 30 and 20. So just like,
I like the caveat of at that time, but we all know right now.
Right now, hindsight
it's clear.
Hindsight is better than 2020. Hindsight is clear. Like 2017.
It's clear, and
I'm saying at that time.
And here's the beautiful thing about your argument. I'll give you some credit. Steph still has time. So, but I'm just saying, as of right now, man, you went to 10 finals. Oh, that's not easy, man. I'm sorry.
That's 10 finals, but he lost 60% of them.
I get it. That's still.
And then he had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh for the first set, and then Kyrie and Kevin Love for the second set, and then Anthony Davis.
Let's be honest. How many teams loaded up against LeBron?
He started it.
Okay, but let's
what the fuck? He started
how many teams? What
the fuck? LeBron loaded up against the NBA
after the Miami Heat era, even during the Miami Heat era. There was a few super teams getting built up. Let's be real.
They had to.
Exactly.
What are you gonna do?
He actually, that's his thing of changing the league.
You got 3 All NBA niggas on one team. Like, come on, come on, bro.
That's what he did.
Like, come on, bro.
Same thing with but the Warriors got to do it with KD too at the same time.
Yeah, but that was just adding one person. Them niggas was already there. They drafted them niggas. There's a difference, bro. There's a difference. I hate niggas that.
But they also made the finals and recruited them that offseason. So that's a whole argument all in itself.
And LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh recruited each other.
Do you really think they actually needed KD? Let's get down to that point. If Steph is as good as you say he is, I don't know. Did they need KD?
I don't know. Draymond got suspended. No, here's the thing.
Give me an answer, man. Come on. Yes or no?
No. They didn't need him. Draymond got suspended. They would have been 2-0 against LeBron. 2-0, bro.
Fair enough. I think to me,
Draymond was just upset because he costed them going 2-0 in the finals.
To me, I think they split the baby if KD's not there.
I don't think so.
To me. That's just
They beat LeBron 2-0, and you know what this nigga LeBron's going to do? He's going to try and get another All-NBA player to come on the fucking team. Or another big-time player. That's what LeBron would do. And then he'd beat him.
That's why I feel like it would have been 2-2.
No, I think it'd be 2-1.
I think it would have been 2-2. That's just like
maybe 3-1.
Just giving you my opinion. I think it would have been 2-2. And actually, like I said, I think Steph is gonna eventually be top 4 anyways, but
he already is.
To me, there's still people that he has to beat out. He
already is, bro.
To me,
I have reasons for saying that he is. Here's my top 4. Jordan's number 1. I'm gonna give 2 and 3 to people ahead of my time. I really didn't see Magic and I really didn't see Kareem play, but from all accounts, they were the bee's knees. They were the best. They were the best shit out, right? So I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say Steph is 4th, right? I'm gonna say this. Jordan changed the game. He made the game a super vertical game. He made it marketable. He brought the sneakers. He brought fashion. He brought music into the shit.
6 for 6. That's
6 for 6. You know, all of that stuff. But I'm just talking about impact. Also, that's why Steph's in my 4th. Not only was he the first unanimous MVP, right? They beat the 72-10 by going 73-9. Right? He's got 4 chips. He's got a unanimous finals MVP. It's 2 unanimouses. And he has completely revolutionized the game of basketball to where in the quote-unquote LeBron era, LeBron has had to drastically change his game. Jordan made the game a vertical, an athletic, an aerial game, an acrobatic game. You know what I mean? LeBron was essentially more of the same, except he was like, a freight train. He was bigger, faster, stronger.
I got you.
Not that good of a shot, but honestly, because of Steph Curry, this nigga takes like 10 threes, 12 threes, 15 threes a game.
No, I got you. So now
he's made LeBron. This has been his era for the last 19 years, 20 years. It's been quote unquote LeBron's era. I would like to argue that it's actually been the Steph era since 2015. It's been the Steph era for the last 7 years because everybody, the whole league, the whole world, it's changed.
Yeah. No, I got that, but all right. So now
he's I don't want to say he's like it sounds trivial to say that he's revolutionized the game, but like this nigga has revolutionized the game, bro, to where Trae Young is a nigga that's thriving in the NBA.
Trae Young, speaking of which, Gilbert Arenas, I think T-Mac and Matt Barnes actually said Trae Young is actually going to beat out Steph's record. like we were talking about.
Because
He came in.
he came into it doing that shit.
Exactly.
It wasn't a thing.
No, but also he hasn't had to face season-long injuries in his first 4 years. Basically, Steph had to do that.
Yeah, of course. Steph had bad ankles.
Bad ankles. So this is why I was saying that record is going to be around, but it's going to be broken because of what he's caused. I'll agree with the effect, right? But now let's say.
But now a nigga like Trey can thrive.
No, all right. But now this comparison is Steph like because there's a player that I can say that has two. Is he better than a player that has 2 MVPs just like Steph? Not unanimous, but 2 MVPs, Rookie of the Year, I believe, right?
I don't know if Steph was Rookie of the Year. It might have been Blake.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure they're kicking themselves in the ass because of it.
Actually, Tyreek Evans was.
Tyreek Evans was the rookie that year?
Yeah.
He was a baller.
Yeah, 25-5.
Coke and injuries, bro. And I'm not talking about a cola.
And also 3 times finals MVP and 5-time champion. 5-time NBA champion.
Steph's better.
And also known as the best in his position.
Steph's better because LeBron's better than Tim Duncan. But LeBron's not as good as Steph. That's why I say he's 6. And I say Shaq. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, Shaq. Shaq got just as many rings as LeBron in like 4 less. He went to maybe 5 NBA finals."
Yeah. He won like 4 out of 5, I think.
4 out of 5.
I believe so, yeah.
And this nigga was literally unstoppable. There were times that LeBron was stopped.
No, for sure.
Steph stopped him 3 times. I'm going to say that again.
I like Kobe too up there, but
Kobe's cool, but he was MJ part 2.
Yeah, but a lot of game winners, a lot of ballers. I've seen him in person too. He
like I said, I'm not taking anything
nasty.
away from Kobe. Kobe's not in my top 4. Steph's in my top 4. MJ changed the league. Magic changed the league. I'm gonna give Kareem.
But where's defense in your equation of all this too?
I don't care about it.
Okay, I can see because
I don't care about defense.
Because I could literally look up.
And Steph is a good defender because as a team, they were always top 5. And he's a part of the 5. He's a part of the 5 on the court. So he can't be that bad. You can only hide a man so much. He had Al Horford on him this past series, and Al wasn't taking him to the hole. Jason Tatum wasn't taking this nigga to the hole.
Let's not do that. They weren't passing him the ball. After he passed out the ball once just to get the ball back.
Okay, then Jason Tatum. They had Jason Tatum on the nigga.
Let's be real.
They had Jason Tatum on the nigga.
Who?
They had Steph on Jason Tatum multiple times in the last 2 games.
They literally only posted up 1 to 2 times or 3
That's
times
their
in
fault?
the first. Yes, that's definitely their fault. That was dumb as hell of them.
But hey, their defense is still top 5. What do you want me to say?
Steph just
you want me to say he's horrible? And they have a top 5 team defense?
Listen. Because there's a lot of players that literally made multiple all defensive teams, lock down people. You literally.
And how many of them were unanimous MVP?
There's only been 1 or 2. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Other than like Steph is in the Giannis. Like Giannis would be the only defensive player of the year MVP, but he still wasn't unanimous. So, like, if you take some of the unanimous away from... you can say that if you take some of the unanimous away and give it to a defense...
There's never going to be a co-MVP again. So, there's, like, lots of stats like that are not going to happen again, too.
It's so, like, you're talking to me about, like, fucking Jokic, bro. He's a numbers guy.
I didn't agree with him because he don't really play defense like that. That's just my personal opinion.
But the numbers guys voted him as MVP.
I'm telling you what I'm talking about right now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care.
I'm just saying, to me, when it comes to it, and I'm just bringing up my actual top 10 on it, I think defense does matter because defense does win championships too. You know what I'm saying? And individual defense does help out a lot because you do.
How many times? But okay, here's the thing. How many times is it actually 1-on-1? I'm gonna take you to the cup. especially when it comes to point guard play. Like, let's keep it 1,000. There's a pick involved. So if there's a pick, it's never 1-on-1, bro. So, like, what are we really, like, a nigga could be the greatest defender in the world, bro. If he gets picked, he gets picked. What do you want him to do? There's a 7-footer leaning on him. And he's 6'3", 6'4". So, like,
I get it, but
and because of Steph, that's what the game is. And niggas can shoot and niggas can thrive. That's why Steph is in my top 4.
But that's also got to be why Jordan's still number 1, because
Jordan's number 1.
Yeah,
he's 6 for 6.
But that defense,
he did every. I'm not even talking about. He's a great defender. He's a great defender. If he wasn't, I wouldn't care.
And even the other 2 guys that's
just icing on top of the icing.
Even the other 2 guys that you mentioned, even though they're offensive geniuses, a lot of those fast breaks came off of defense. You know what I'm saying? And I can probably look up at any one of those guys that
and remember, Steph be getting steals. He be always in the top 5 when it comes to steals. So, like,
but it's also
AI wasn't a great defender, but people think so because he was a steals champ.
And AI also literally said out of his mouth, he's like, "Nah, I really wasn't a good defender." Like, he literally said that. You know what I'm saying?
You okay? So how about this then?
I'm just saying.
Think about this series. Think about this series. Was he or was he not a good defender?
Got a lot better. But there was advantages that they didn't do.
There were things
that's honestly,
that's all I'm saying, bro. Like he gets picked too.
You know basketball, right? And I'm talking about.
I would like to think I know a little bit.
How many times? And you got to watch Al Horford personally.
Yeah, from college to pro.
You don't think he would have dominated down there, even with the quick switches or whatever? Just a quick.
But then that's the coach. That's the coach in the offensive game plan. That's a different story. And
that's
Steph
what I'm saying.
Can't do anything but do his job.
Yeah, he literally never got attacked. So, like, it's kind of here and there.
It's like, whose fault is it?
It's Boston's fault for them not attacking him. Honestly, I wanted the Warriors to win. You see me putting up the hands, saying, "Damn, Steph's gonna kill it." I wanted to get this MVP, but I am. This is a fact. They didn't do their damn job. They literally, Al Horford would see Draymond. There was
a lot of gristle on the bone.
Yeah, they're literally. I remember 3 possessions in the early part. All right, he sees Draymond coming. He's trying to just figure out, okay, where's the help coming from? Now let me get the ball because now I'm ready to score. I'm ready to start hooking off with my left hand, hooking off with my right hand. We're about to get these buckets. Yeah, they never gave him the ball back.
Again, bro.
And he was wide open. How many times did you see it?
It was a few times.
1-on-1. Nobody else was going to be close to help.
Jason Tatum was like, he was trying to do his Kobe thing.
And how many turnovers did they have?
A lot. They had, Jason Tatum alone had 100, like a literal NBA record turnovers in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying, man. So there was no chance. There was no chance. I'm not saying
the niggas that's beating you don't have to do that much if you're beating yourself already.
That's what I mean. And I'll put this out there, right? LeBron's had MVPs. MVPs, right? Mm-hmm. He's also had defensive player, not defensive player of the year, but he's had all defensive teams, right?
LeBron was a good defender.
Kobe's been way up there in a lot of defensive teams too. So
that was a thing. It was a thing. That was literally a thing in that era.
And Kobe,
and then what did Steph do?
And then Kobe technically could have had 2 MVPs. He could have had one over Nash, but they didn't give it to him.
So could have Shaq.
Exactly. Realistically, they both should have had more MVPs.
Shaq should have had way more MVPs, but niggas was fixated on Nash doing this revolutionary thing of dribbling under the basket,
which people do now. So he changed the game on that part too. D'Antoni's system changed the way. Harden definitely benefited
from that, but he didn't revolutionize the game.
What, Nash?
No, Harden.
No, I'm not.
Nash really didn't revolutionize the game either.
He kind of did.
Revolutionize.
I think he did as far as like pace, as far as pacing goes,
and dribbling. Yeah.
As far as pacing goes, I do believe he has, because
7 seconds or less.
7 seconds or less, looking for threes was like the first time a team was like
getting assists from under the basket, like literally like under the backboard.
Yeah, like I'm gonna drive and kick. That's what. And if I'm not up in the air and I do not see the kick,
gonna keep running.
I'm gonna keep running, and I'm gonna wait for another quick screen,
and I'm do it again.
Oh no, Stoudemire, bang. Or do it again. You know what I'm saying? It's just, but it would be, that was pretty much the plays for it. And if not, you would have ISO Joe.
And we're back. So, yeah, but I really don't think the Suns really revolutionized too much.
No, I'll just say they're just more of the pace pushers of that generation. Now, and Nash was kind of one of the forefront of those guys, so that's why he ended up getting, I guess, those 2 MVPs over like the duo that was damn.
But I'll say, but remember when he was on the Mavericks, they were pushing the pace. Don Nelson was really the start of the whole pace pushing shit.
But I think it's the how far did you get in your run? You know what I'm saying? And with an MVP, I don't think they ever had an MVP during that run. You know what I'm saying? So it was like,
but they had 3 ballers.
No, they had a lot of ballers. I mean, it was Nick the Quick, him, Finley at one point.
Nowitzki, Nash, Finley.
They had Antoine Walker, Antoine Jameson at one point. Like it was a crazy. Josh Howard. Who's the other guy? That was like Josh Howard, but it was a dark-skinned guy that was like a small forward and a guard. But yeah, no, they had players. I want to say Daniels or something like that.
Marquise
Daniels. Yeah, there we go. Like, they had a bunch of people, a bunch of guys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of guys that could definitely ball out, and they definitely should. And Nahara, they definitely should have balled out and did their thing too. And Rafe LaFrance too. Ballers, yo.
They had shooters at every position at one point.
No, but back to the Steph thing. I'll quickly give like I'm gonna just shoot off the hip with top 10, and I might have to agree. I'm not gonna go too far back in the time. The oldest I'm gonna go is probably like, obviously Jordan. There's no particular order, but Jordan is number 1. Everybody else is kind of just in a random order.
I can see that.
Yeah, like.
That's why I said Steph is definitely 4th.
Yeah,
I'll just give them other 2, the old heads, them 2 niggas.
Now I could, like, if you're gonna go in order, I could say by the end of Steph's career, potentially he could definitely get into the Mount Rushmore. It's not impossible for him to get there. Right now, I would like to see him get just one more, just to, like, I like it to be more. Not close to anybody. It's a lot easier for you to kind of stand on.
I get that.
It's like, but there's a lot of guys I could feel like I could keep pulling up and say, oh, well,
but
what about
the 2 unanimous things, bro? Like, here's the thing.
But then what about 9? Like, even though you could say, oh, those, we've never seen them play, and the 9, but the guy's got 9 championships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was only 8 teams in the NBA, though.
Still, every time I beat them.
He was playing the same niggas he was playing them same niggas for like a whole decade.
So he's been playing a playoff series for how long?
Yeah, I don't know. Were they playing 82 games back then?
I think so. I think it was some.
About 82 games versus 10 teams? Damn, that's nuts.
But think about this too, right?
Niggas was plumbers and painters and shit.
No, for sure. But at the end of the day, you still play the same people. So like they never figured them out. You got to think about it. They never.
Was he dunking?
He was dunking. No, I think they stopped him from dunking for a little bit too. That was
definitely
the whole
stopped Kareem from dunking.
Yeah, it was like they stopped, and he was in that same era, I believe, right?
No, Kareem was in 70s.
70s?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
He's talking about like the 60s with Bill Russell.
Yeah. Russell and Chamberlain. You know what I'm saying? Kareem came right after.
Chamberlain was in the 70s.
You know what I'm
Russell,
saying?
like the end of his career is when Wilt came in.
Nah, they had some battles, like
Yeah, like, but it was like the end of his career, though.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. No, but they balled out. But honestly, 9 rings is impressive. There's things like that. But like I said, I think at the end of Steph's career, he'll end up being there. But right now, I have
if Steph wins more rings or more Finals MVPs, this is gonna move him up on the list to number 2. To me,
I think it locks him in just to get into that Mount Rushmore. Because
he's already there.
That's your opinion.
He's already there, bro.
That's your opinion.
Sorry,
I got Jordan, Bron.
Nah, not LeBron. LeBron is a huge disappointment.
I don't think so. I think he could do whatever he could have done in this. There's a lot of things that.
I mean, you're a Miami fan, so I can see why you put LeBron.
No, I'm not even saying that, but like Kyrie kind of switched up the play too, so like that changes it a little bit too because he's thinking that Kyrie's gonna still be there. So
but wasn't LeBron trying to trade Kyrie for Chris Paul?
I don't know what he was.
Wasn't
trying
that
to do.
the talks?
I don't know what he was trying to do.
You know, Le MVP.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Le GM.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what he was trying to do. But no matter what,
I'd leave too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Fuck you, LeBron.
That changes up what was supposed to go on. You know what I'm saying? So that's a piece of the pie.
He got Jordan Clarkson. He got Jordan Clarkson and all of them niggas.
That ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Where's Jordan's ring at right now? I like Jordan Clarkson a lot, too. He's a baller. He should be a 6th man of the year. But right now, he ain't Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? He's not
fucked
Kyrie.
that up. LeBron fucked that up.
I mean, yeah.
You gotta just like you gotta give people they flowers, bro. You gotta give people they flaming bags of shit on their porch, too.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, look at Kyrie's attitude anyway. So
that's why Kyrie's a fucktard.
Yeah, because, like, let's say if Wiggins was there and Wiggins was supposed to be what Wiggins was supposed to be as the number 1 and LeBron never gets there, you think the same thing could have happened. You know what I mean? The same thing could have happened. He could have moved him out the way.
You think LeBron's getting back to the championship? LeBron's got maybe 2-3 years, maybe 3.
It's gonna take some maneuvering around of that team, and even if it's not with the main pieces, if they could just get a bunch of 3-and-D guys that can splash up and like a surprise kind of Jordan Poole-esque type of player that can kind of just pop up and be like, damn, who's this guy? They got a shot.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? Because when I do think if
Steph beats LeBron in the playoffs nest year, it's a wrap for LeBron.
I do.
That's all I'm saying.
I do think Darvin Ham is going to do a good job, though.
I don't know, man. Russell Westbrook is the wild card.
No,
and
it's because who Darvin is. I think he ran around with Budenholzer the whole time.
Yeah.
And every time he ran around with them, they've been pretty successful. They already got a ring together. That Hawks team with Al Horford and all those guys, they balled out.
He don't got none of those players on the Lakers. None of those types of players on the Lakers.
No, yeah. Literally, that team, though, was just a bunch of... It was like the kind of a Heat team with no Jimmy Butler.
Anthony Davis should never have been put in the top 75. That was a clutch move. Never have been put in the top. Should never.
He was top 75?
Ever been put in top 75.
Yeah, I might not agree with that one.
Over Clay? Over Dwight?
Yeah, I can't quite say I agree.
Fuck out of here. That's that clutch shit. That's why niggas don't really be fucking with LeBron.
But I've seen AD ball. Don't get it twisted.
I've seen AB shit the bed.
But yeah, I've seen that too. And
I've seen him shit the bed against the first time they played Zion.
But then
shit the bed.
More importantly than that, because to me that's true. But at the same time, it was never during a playoff game. I think more.
And then he was
wait, let me finish.
Injured the next time they played.
I'm saying let me finish though. I think more importantly to AD's problem is the injuries during the important games, the important playoff series not being there. That's the real issue.
I don't count the bubble chip. A lot of people count the bubble chip. I don't count the bubble chip at all.
He could ball, but I don't believe he's top 75 all time. He's a top 75 talent, but he hasn't been around long enough.
He hasn't done enough.
He hasn't done enough, and he hasn't been around long enough on the court to me. Did Draymond get it?
What, top 75?
Yeah, I don't think they gave it to him either, right?
Was Draymond on the top 75? Bro, I don't know. But Dwight should have been, not Anthony Davis. Clay should have been, not Anthony Davis.
They already gave one. I think they already gave top 75 to Giannis, though, for sure, right?
1,000%.
Yeah, so
1,000%.
You got there's a few other players that could have been.
He belongs on there.
Did any of the big three get there? Like Paul Pierce?
I don't know.
Because he's got.
I would have to look up.
Because he's got one ring. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely got one ring out there in the books.
All right. So you want to know the list?
Yeah, the most recent list of that top 75 real quick.
This is the list. Who you asking about?
Paul Pierce.
I'm scrolling the list. Look real quick. Paul Pierce is on the top 75.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if he's not on there and AD is, that's
I don't necessarily think Russell Westbrook should be on the top 75.
I mean, he doesn't have a ring, but he's done something that all these other cats hasn't done in so many years.
Yeah, but all these other cats didn't have the whole team boxing out for him.
Don't matter. They should have did it. Nobody else has done it 3 times.
Because he was trying to do it.
Okay. That means there's a lot of teams that could have tried to let somebody else do it.
Yeah, but nobody's going to give, no other team is going to give one player that deference to do whatever the fuck he wants.
But why did he get that clearance?
Because Kevin Durant left. He stayed. He got to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
There's still a lot of bad teams that other players
He's a
get
petulant, bro. He's a petulant child.
There's a lot.
He literally walked out of a meeting because
teams.
Frank didn't want it. Said whoever gets the ball should pass it up.
Who's averaging a triple double right now?
Not Russell Westbrook.
Who's in the league averaging one right now, though?
Nobody else, not even LeBron is attempting to do that type of fuckery. I don't put any sort of hype or like stock into his triple doubles. That's all bullshit. It's all bullshit numbers.
Hey, he ended up doing
all bullshit numbers of him running into the lane, not doing anything, and handing the ball to Steven Adams to dunk. Like, fuck out of here.
I get it, but at the end of the day,
I'm gonna keep it a bean about Russell Westbrook, bro. Westbrook is not that good. He's trash.
He's not that good because
I shouldn't probably say he's trash because I'm not an NBA player.
Yeah, because
it takes a bunch of shit to be in the NBA.
Yeah, that's
but as a player in the NBA, going to like hearing the things that I hear about Russell Westbrook, like he's a trash teammate, and the numbers are bullshit, and that's it.
That's a pretty good point.
His sneakers are ugly. Like there's a lot of things I can say about Russell Westbrook.
You still haven't answered the question of why hasn't anybody else
because no one else has tried, bro. Like let's keep it a bean.
But there's so many contracts.
Do you think Billy Donovan could have told Russell could have told people to not box out for Russell Westbrook?
Wait, in the NBA,
the shit got down from on the head. Hey, let Russell do whatever the fuck he wants.
In the NBA, how many people is going to make bigger money in contracts? Like, is going for a bigger contract? Like.
A lot of people are going for bigger contracts, but nobody has the leverage to say, hey, everybody box out for me. And I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to run it up the court every single time. The ball isn't going to get advanced up the court because passing the ball is way faster than dribbling the ball up the court. No one else had that. Not Steph. Not LeBron was like, yo, that's stupid. To have an offense run like that. You know what I mean? So this nigga Russell Westbrook cries about, no, I should be the one having the ball. And he wants to get all the assists.
The same thing could have
like,
been.
you think LeBron's going to box out for this nigga? You think Anthony Davis is going to box out for this nigga? Fuck out of here.
The same complaints were made about, not exactly the same, but about holding on to the ball and being the one to do the assists and things like that.
Same thing with Steve Nash. He had the leverage because of D'Antoni.
Same thing with Chris Paul. Chris Paul.
Let me finish and make my point. Let me finish and make my point. Steve Kerr was the general manager of that team, right? Mm-hmm. He kind of let D'Antoni get his way on that, right? Yeah. Steve Kerr definitely didn't have D'Antoni come over on his coaching staff or anything like that, and Steve Kerr definitely didn't let Steph Curry play like Nash.
No, those are two different guys.
No, but I'm talking about the system. It doesn't work.
No, I get that.
James Harden was never going to win an MVP. I mean, never win a finals playing like that. Westbrook is never going to win a finals playing like that.
Never said he was going to win a finals. Never said that. I'm just telling you why they put him on there. Yeah, you say it's BS. I'm just giving you
BS, bro.
I'm giving you a point of the last person to do it, who's in the top 50, was homeboy, right? Freaking
Big O.
Big O. So the Big O got in because of that for doing it one time.
Yeah, but here's the thing: niggas wasn't boxing out for the Big O.
But how many games have you watched? Who knows though? Who knows?
I'm telling you, niggas wasn't doing that. Big O did that off the strength of him being Big O.
All it takes is for him to.
You think Kareem was boxing out for Big O?
I don't think he did that during his Kareem years. I think,
but he wasn't averaging no small numbers.
No, he was not, because when Kareem got there, he had just the same way when Westbrook is with those guys.
I'm not going to sit here. Excuse me, and look up George Gervin's.
No, I'm not telling you
George Gervin's, but Big O's numbers when he was with Kareem. But I would assume,
he had to give that up.
The average is the average, and he only did that 1 year. It's not like he did that multiple years, because it's difficult to do it when niggas ain't doing everything to make sure you get those numbers.
But how do we know, since we didn't really watch Big O, right? Let's be honest, we didn't.
Because he was a nigga and he had a white coach. That's why.
Let me finish.
And it was the 60s.
Brother, let me finish. How do we know that he didn't do that? But at the same time, the team ain't manufactured. I
just told you why. I literally just said it was the racial time in the country, and he's a black nigga with a white coach. Do you think he's going to... No.
Niggas is trying to win, and niggas has got to keep their job. So at
niggas is not boxing out. Niggas is not boxing out for Big O when you got Kareem and niggas like that on the court. That's all I'm saying, bro. Not for him to get every rebound. And niggas weren't. And Kareem niggas didn't listen. Let me finish. He benefited from the Steph Curry era again. Niggas taking all those long threes and getting those long rebounds. But that's essentially what happened. That's the only reason. He couldn't do that in pre 2015 NBA. Damn sure know that. He had James Harden, he had Serge Ibaka, he had Kevin Durant, and he didn't average 10 assists. So what the fuck are you telling me?
So let me go ahead and finish my point, because you went off on the whole tangent on that, and I'm just trying to finish off this one point of saying that when the team didn't set up for him to do that, because Kareem was definitely not there when he got that triple-double, for one, right? It's been a huge gap since that whole point. And yes, same thing. If Kareem wasn't there, whose team was it? It was Big O's. He got to do what he wanted, 70s or not. You know what I'm saying? He didn't
get to do it, not in the 60s, bro. It wasn't the 70s. It was the 60s.
Still got to do mostly what he wanted.
No. He was a black man in America. Niggas didn't get to do shit. Point blank, period. Whatever the system was the system. And he thrived in the system, but that was about it. He didn't get to do what he wanted, bro. You're not gonna to say that and me to be like, oh yeah, he got to do what he wanted in the 60s. Hell no. The 60s? When niggas couldn't drink at the same fucking water like bro.
So How many white players were on that team to stop him from doing that? Because there wasn't that many white players on his team.
There was a lot of white players in the NBA.
I'm talking about on his team.
In Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
There wasn't that many white players on his team that year.
I don't know that to be
I just happened to see a lot of black people that was on that team during the Bucks. I'm just when I played those little 2K all time whatever teams and shit like that.
Like I said, that may be true, but I don't know that. I don't know that to be a fact. But at the end of the day, a white man owned the team, and a white man coached the team, and I'm pretty sure whatever the fuck the white man said went. That's all I'm saying. I don't know that to be a fact, just like you don't know whatever you're saying is to be a fact. But the facts of the time say that more likely than not, that wasn't the case.
All right, let's do this though. You've seen if you're a star player on a team, your teammates happen to like you, right?
Now,
back then even too. This is just throughout team sports.
Reggie Jackson had to fake like he was black. So as much as they liked him, he was a star player. He didn't want to be Spanish. So there's that example.
Can I finish making my point? What I'm saying is, let's say he has about 10 games, right? 10 games, he averages a triple-double. He gets it out the mud. Like, literally, like, gets it out. He's hustling. Nobody's helping him to do these triple-doubles. After about 10 games and somebody sees your stat lines, you don't think somebody going to...
Hell no. Nah.
They ain't going to be like, hey, go ahead and get that?
Nope.
Because I've seen...
Not in the 60s. I don't think that. Also, I don't know how many triple-doubles he actually had. During that season.
Yeah, because there's ways to
I don't know how many. He could have had 15 assists one game. He could have had 12 rebounds another game with 5 assists. So there's a lot of different ways.
Of course.
Because all you have to do is ways to do it.
Yeah,
but I know that Russell Westbrook had more triple-doubles than Big O had triple-doubles the year that he first did it.
Yeah.
So it's safe to assume, in my eyes, that because KD left, they didn't want Russell to leave because Russell was also going up for a contract. He could have left also.
No, for sure.
He could have made it very difficult. He could have left. He could have been like, nah, I'm out. Y'all got to trade me. Whatever the case may be, Russell decided to stay, sign a contract. Hey, Russ, this is your team. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. And Billy Donovan couldn't have left it. Couldn't have got out there any faster.
No, for sure. But at the same time, my question is, and it's the same question as like, it's so many years, dude. Like, I feel like there's so many records that's broken in shorter times than his. You know what I'm saying? Like, than the one he just happened to break. That's why they gave it to him. I get that. And I don't think he's a champion. You're trying to attack me like, oh, I think he's a champion. No,
it has nothing to do with the champion. I don't think he's that great other than he's super athletic. He's hyper athletic. But again, that's been seen, and none of those hyper athletic people win.
Oh, people with body control and play defense and can shoot a bit.
The nigga's been in the league. What 10? What?
No, I'm saying because hyper athletic. There's guys that are hyper athletic and freaks of nature that win. You know what I'm saying? Because they're already in the top. You know. They're in the people's top 5, top 10. You know what I'm saying? We see them all the time. The Jordan, he's still a freak athlete, right? But he also knew how to.
Yeah. Jordan is a different beast, bro.
You still have to knock down a jumper, like at the end of the day.
And how long has Russell been in the league and he still can't do that?
There was a few years that he was. It's weird that it went away. You know what I'm saying? Am I right? Like,
yeah, it's all a part of the, hey, man, you do whatever fuck you want to do.
I think he just never found a way to like find a jumper that just stuck with him. And, you know, he's the athleticism works against him on his jumping when he shoots anyways. Like, I know I regurgitated that, I say that a lot, but that's a problem too. Yeah,
but that's a problem he could have been corrected and he chose not to. So this is why it's like you got to give people credit for being as fucked up as they are, just like you got to give people their flowers.
At the end of the day, he got to a certain level where it still got him to top 75, right?
I don't believe he should be in there.
Still got
not
it.
Over Dwight Howard.
Still got it there, right?
Not over Clay.
to me,
Clay got 4 rings. You got this nigga in the top 75.
To me, he should have definitely got it over AD, and AD should be out of this combo.
Both of them.
Both
of them shouldn't be in the top 75, bro.
More so.
That's because of LeBron, bro.
No, more so to me, if I had to choose between the 3 Lakers players or the 4 Lakers players, out of those, the 2 that would definitely be there or the 3 that would definitely be in there would probably be LeBron, Melo, and then last would be, if I had to choose, would be Russ over AD. Oh, no, yeah. If I could choose, then it would be Dwight. You know what I'm saying? But
Dwight.
Because Dwight definitely made the finals, you know what I'm saying? By himself, a
best
team.
Player.
He was the best player
All
on the
MVP,
team.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Dunk champ, which a lot of people don't consider as a part of a good player, but he was a dunk champ.
But don't mention Defensive Player of the Year or him if you don't care. But I said
defensive. A lot of people don't care about the dunk championship, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. He was a Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. He was an All NBA player multiple times.
I think, bro, defense definitely
The
matters.
nigga is a career like 20, 26, 27, and 12. Some absurd shit at 6'10".
Mm-hmm. Now, is he better than Shaq? Hell no.
No, he's not better than Shaq, but he deserves to be on a top 75 team.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's 1,000% true. Not fucking Russell Westbrook.
Nah, like I said, I understand.
Talking about Russell Westbrook is actually making me upset. That's how bad I don't want it to. Listen, bro.
It's gonna take, like, if there's a redemption story that somebody needs, it's Westbrook this next year, though.
He needs something, bro, but I don't see it happening because he still can't shoot and he can't shoot a free throw.
Who needs a bigger redemption story, him or Tatum?
Tatum's young, so I'm not even worried about it. Tatum's young. He could definitely fold.
It's not guaranteed for you to make it back to the finals.
It's not about making the finals. It's just
look
about
at Russ right now.
Just about bouncing back as an NBA player. He can definitely make more All NBAs, All Star teams, deep playoff runs. He might not necessarily make it to the finals.
They're set up to. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely set up to. They're set up to. You know what I'm saying? But
I think it would be better though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be better though because I still think one of them niggas gotta go. Listen. The reason why I still think one of them niggas gotta go because the way how the spacing works out, it's just not. To me, it's not good when you have like multiple people on the floor that's trying to drive the ball.
But both of them can shoot.
But none of them are just being spot up shooters. Like that's the thing. You need somebody that's gonna knock the shot down. That a nigga is at least scared for a nigga to knock the shot down. There's times where niggas is not even guarding him at the 3.
This is actually where they need like a contract affordable, like a Steve Nash type of guard.
Steve Nash,
like I
think Brogdon would do him well.
Yeah, but that means you might have to give us Smart. But I just think they need
Brogdon can defend.
No, he could
not as good as Marcus Smart, but it's like.
I get that pick.
Marcus Smart isn't going to drastically open up his offensive game and his pick and roll management. It's not going to happen.
Who do you think is a good playmaker, as well as, or you get a two-part thing, right?
Okay, this is who they need if they can keep Marcus Smart. They would. I don't see how they can get him because of the money.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, Lonzo would be great for them.
Yeah, Lonzo would be good.
He can shoot above 40%. Mm-hmm. He can get you 10 assists a game.
I like that. I like Lonzo.
He's often injured, but boy, they need Lonzo right now. A nigga like Lonzo. He was a pass first. He's an advanced pass guy. He's not I'm a run the ball up pass half court every single time and get 3 dribbles off and a pick and roll before the ball leaves my hand.
Yeah.
If you see a nigga wide open, the nigga's gonna get the ball.
I'm trying to think who else can be in that role. I like Lonzo. Lonzo's definitely like super perfect for that. He can pass. He can shoot. He's a long defender.
What team is this nigga Lonzo on?
He's on the Bulls.
Chicago.
Yeah, he just got hurt, so that's why you don't remember right now. But he got hurt. I want to say who else can do it. You might need a combination, like you would almost need a combination of a pure pass guard, which there's barely in the league right now. Damn.
Kyle Lowry would have been good on that team.
Yeah, at an affordable price. Though.
At an affordable price. Not 30 mil.
Not no 30 mil, but at an affordable price.
17.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd scoop. If I was the Bulls, I would have Kyle Lowry at an affordable price for 2 years, and run with that, and with trying to keep Marcus Smart there for sure. That's actually a good choice. Pat Beverly with another playmaking guard in that mix, maybe. If you you'd have to trade Marcus Smart and then bring Pat Bev in and have an offensive minded guy. Yeah, like maybe it's Marcus Smart and another player. Like let's say Marcus Smart and Robert Williams for Pat Bev.
Ooh, Robert Williams, maybe Grant.
Not Robert Williams, Grant Williams. Yeah, not Robert. Grant Williams and Marcus Smart for Patrick Beverly and D'Angelo Russell. Something like that, maybe.
Yeah, but you'd have to get a contract to work. But that could be seen. that could definitely work. D'Angelo used to pass his ass off in college.
I think he can actually do the proper playmaking to set up those guys actually, and they can be pretty successful. You know what I'm saying?
Trade Jalen,
and I think the Wolves want to trade him anyways.
I think Dallas could use Jalen for Tim Hardaway and some like.
Oh, you're gonna have to trade a whole lot more than that.
I'm saying no, Tim Hardaway, some money, some picks.
Ooh, they would have to trade a lot.
Shit, maybe even Finney Smith. Fuck.
They'd have to trade
Jalen. Yeah, not Jason, Jalen.
No, I'm saying they'd have any one of them. You're gonna have to trade me a lot of your roster. I think, and I don't think it would happen, but that would be nice if he was on there. It would be like Jalen for Finney Smith. You got Tim Hardaway Jr. Brunson.
Not Brunson, no.
Brunson might be in a sign.
Can't trade Brunson.
Brunson might be in a sign and trade, or Spencer Dinwiddie might be in the sign.
Brunson, but shit, Brunson would be good on Boston.
Yeah, because he can play make. He is an option.
He's like a 6 foot Brogdon.
I'm trying to think who else is a playmaker that's not being
That's
utilized.
it, bro. That's it. Ain't no underused playmakers out there.
I mean,
I don't think Campaign would be particularly good.
I think De'Aaron Fox would be great on that team.
Oh, De'Aaron.
De'Aaron Fox would be great on there. I just don't know.
I be forgetting he's in.
I just don't know
he's
how
in
they
NBA.
get him.
He's in
You know
NBA purgatory in Sacramento.
I just don't know how they get him. That's the problem. D Fox, shifty. You know what I'm saying. Shifty, get to the lane. Even though they're all getting to the lane, I think it works because they all kind of could shoot. Tyrese Maxey, they ain't gonna give him up, but yeah, quickly. Shit, yeah, they need a guard that's just like about setting cats up, and they haven't.
Not too many out there. You know why?
They haven't had one in forever.
You know why?
What? It's just as a scoring guard league right now.
It's the Steph Curry era.
Yeah, it's a scoring guard league, but they need it would have been perfect if they could have somehow pulled off a Ben Simmons without giving up the big, there too.
Yeah.
That's actually what they need. You know what I'm saying?
Bradley Beal would be good, but he would have to kind of bring down his offensive game and make it more of a facilitating, which he could do.
He's done it for his team.
He's done it.
He's done it for his team. I think he kind of did it this last year too when he was playing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's some. You see, Russ couldn't average no triple double. You see, Russ couldn't do nothing like that when he was on Brad's team because Brad was the head nigga in charge of shit. What do you think about Colin Sexton going over there?
He's not a passer.
He isn't.
Darius Garland would turn that team the fuck up though. Darius Garland, he'll give you 25 and he'll give you 8 assists.
Do they get Ricky Rubio though? off an injury after.
He's too old, bro. He can't guard anybody.
He can't, but if they're like a number one defensive team,
Are they keeping Marcus Smart?
Yeah, they just pick him up, like, because he got traded to Indiana or something like that, just for like a throw-in player, but he was injured. And just imagine, just like, okay, you're going to free agency, Boston picks you up. Now you have a playmaker.
Shit, Jamal.
What, Crawford? Nah, it was like Jamal who? Jamal with the knee. Jamal
From Denver.
Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
You got to trade some things for that.
Oh, yeah, you got to trade Jalen.
Yeah, Jalen would have to go.
Jalen's gone.
But I don't know if they do that because Jalen's been healthy.
Honestly, I feel like they should trade Jason and keep Jalen. But, hey, yeah,
trade
light skin for light skin. Keep the balance where it is.
I mean, it's interesting. I'm not sure how many people would go for Murray for Tatum, but it's a conversation. It is a conversation.
Niggas just got to be real with themselves.
Damn, like what's another player that's out there? But Sexton would be interesting. But
J. Cole.
I think Sexton would be. I think Sexton would be interesting on Boston though.
Sexton, yeah.
He would have to know that he would have to be a passer though. And just like attack when he has the advantage. He could just, you know what I'm saying? But like he would have to know that. That's the only way that would work. Damn, who else though? Who else is out there that's like
young point guards?
Yeah, I'm trying to think young point guards. They could try to pick
think they
one
could
up.
try and do something with Killian Hayes? Because he is a point guard.
He is. And he's not playing that role right now.
Yeah. You think they can mold him into what they need him to be?
Potentially.
Like, because I'm just thinking about youth now. Who's young? A young point guard.
Yeah, because you kind of want somebody to grow.
Shea is already established, I think.
Yeah.
Where it's like, nah, you gonna have to trade Jason or Jalen for Shea.
Yeah, and Shea
Gildress. He's gonna be your number 2 guy.
Shea Gildress is nice. I don't think they're giving him up. I don't think they're giving him up at all. Like,
let's go through the point guards. Who else is out there, bruh?
Damn, Shea Gildress is nice, but I just don't think they're giving him up. He played well. He would be good for that team because he's long, he defends, he can pass. Actually, that would be a Marcus Smart trade with the pick or 2. I can see him.
Or 3.
Nah, it would be a pick or 2 because you got to remember Marcus Smart is coming off of bringing your team, helping bringing the team to the finals, right?
Oh God.
Like it's a team that he's helped bring to the finals. It's another team. It's a all defensive team and defensive player of the year. So he has those accolades. He's not old like that.
No,
is he?
he's young. He's like 26.
Okay, so he's 26. Shea is younger. So now you just have to give up a pick, a first and a second.
Maybe 27.
Yeah, a first round pick and a second round pick and 2 second round picks.
Bradley's 27, 28.
I think, but if the Thunder picks up or drafts somebody in his position that they feel like they like, or is coming up in the next year. You get what I'm saying? I think that's the way that would work. You feel me? Like that's the only way
they
it could
could
work.
trade for Bones Highland.
What team is he on?
Denver. Or Utah. Denver.
Denver, yeah. Is he a playmaker style?
Yeah, playmaker scorer.
That could work then. That could work. They need something though. They need something. They definitely need something.
Well, the offseason is gonna start soon, so we'll keep our nose to what to Woj and Shams and all of those NBA people.
Yeah, now for right now we're about to talk about the whole EBM music, electronic beige music. You know what I'm saying?
I'll shout out to Draymond though. He gave it to Perk. You guys can just look into that. I don't really need to get into it.
Yeah, he did.
You know,
fricasseed him.
Perk really.
Yeah, nah, he definitely made a bunch of wrong takes.
Yeah, a whole bunch. A whole bunch, but a lot of I could equate that to him being he won a chip with Boston.
Yeah, shoot him some bail with that.
So like he gonna keep his floor seats.
Nah, for sure. He was definitely champagning. He was definitely campaigning for those guys.
Yeah, he definitely gonna keep his floor seats, bro. But yeah, you guys can look into that.
Electronic
what else?
beige.
Hold on, before we get into that, there's other things we don't have to really get into. Janae Aiko supposed to be pregnant. Big Sean.
Okay.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Do it.
It should be a talented kid. You know what I mean? Kind of short, but kind of super talented. You know what I mean?
Blazing cat. Blazing chick.
I expect big things from that child, and hopefully comes out healthy. And congratulations, we'll see in 9 months, and boy or girl, whatever. Congratulations to the world.
He been having suicidal thoughts.
He did like a little freestyle, right, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I think I read up on that.
That's a little tough. What else been popping? There's been a lot of reaction to Drake shit, so we'll get into some other shit before that. Doja Cat had throat surgery. I hope everything goes smoothly for her in her recovery.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Supposedly
Chad.
Well wishes for her.
Chad and Pharrell, the Neptunes, inducted into the Songwriters Hall. I said indicted. Inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. It's a shame that it took this long.
Yo, these guys got a RICO? That is wild. That is like next level wild. But inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
No, Songwriters.
Songwriters? Oh, dope.
Yeah.
A little applause to those guys, man.
Yeah, Drake put out an album last night.
EBM. Electronic beige music.
I think it's pretty good. A lot of people say I'm a Drake apologist, whatever.
Honestly, never mind. It's the album.
Yeah, honestly, never mind. I think it's pretty good. It's gonna do huge in Europe. It's gonna do huge in Africa. It's gonna be playing in all the top 40 big clubs, all the Vegas clubs. It's gonna be played in probably a lot of Jamaican clubs too. They're gonna cut it in. The song with 21 Savage is pretty hard.
No, it's smooth. It's smooth music.
He gave some pretty smirky bars like, "Yo, don't tell me you're a model unless you've been in Vogue." You're like, little jabs.
No, I feel that. I mean, the album isn't for me all the way like that, but that's just me being honest with myself. But at the same time,
I think it's the first one officially on OVO for hip.
Oh no, that's good. And honestly, I'll probably play well on his radio station too. So
yeah.
And I heard he doesn't even play his own music, but on this one he probably will. He
plays his own music.
Okay.
He plays his own music, but it don't always be like
all day, every day.
I'm too sexy when Certified Lover Boy came out. Like it wasn't nothing like that. Like you'll hear a lot of his mixtape shit.
Okay, that's nice.
His older stuff.
They might blend this one in there because it kind of matches.
Yeah, anytime some Afrobeat stuff come on, honestly, never mind is gonna come up.
Yeah, I could see that.
Your girl is gonna hear it when she's getting her mani and her petties done.
And no, with Drake though, like I said, even though it's not for me, I can see where it could be played, and when it is played, it's one of those things. Like, okay, when
DJ's gonna love this shit.
When it comes to what was that Kanye album? Not just Donda, but he had the Sunday Service like album and things like that. Mm-hmm. I really didn't listen to those right off the bat.
I mean, I still haven't listened to Donda, but that's neither here nor there.
But that's like, for me, sometimes it's actually pretty good. Like, it's actually pretty good.
The beats I heard are ridiculous.
It's a super
that's expected. You know what I mean? Like, I expect hard beats.
It's actually a fully well produced album, and the production matches the words. It's just you gotta catch it on a drive. You know what I'm saying? That's probably when you want to catch it.
I'm not opposed to listening to it. I just
if you got a long enough drive, listen to Donda. You'll be all right. It'll work. But No, but even back to this point with this one, like I said, it's probably like a Donda for me, or Sunday Service type of album for me. It's just not going to hit for me just yet. I'm listening to it, but then there's going to be probably a point where it's like, all right, this is.
You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it on the off chance. The next thing you know, you're gonna be humming that shit in your head for a few hours, like one or two songs or a song, and you're gonna be like, "Why is this song stuck in my head?"
No, for sure. And I'll even bet that any type of money, honestly, that there's going to be a deluxe album with a bunch of harder songs, like street cuts that
with
he
some
has.
raps.
Oh, for sure. Like, so he's gonna come with at least
some tune for the blokes.
Yeah, about a 4 to 5 pack for sure. Guarantee it. Future's gonna be on one of them. I'll put money on that.
Of course.
I'll put money on that for sure. And then he might even have like a young feature or something like that where he just pops up with somebody. Yeah, if he really wants to.
He definitely should have Party Next Door on one of these.
I mean,
honestly, I could hear some of Party Next Door's iterations on some of these songs. So he might as well.
If he wants to have shock
Party on a feature.
If he wants to have shock value, the time would be now to just do a song with Kodak.
Yeah, why not?
It would be perfect. Plug. Yeah, like it would be perfect timing. I think it would be like nobody would expect it, and then next thing you know, he has a song with Kodak on the deluxe on his album that has hard songs on the back end. Came out smooth. Nobody's
really bashed the album in the entertainment community, but then again, it's like I feel like they know better.
No, you don't go against Drake like directly anymore. I'm just saying the album's not for me. I'm not going against Drake at all, but I'm just saying. But then again, it's going to be one of those slow burn albums for me. Like, oh shit, this shit is actually hard. Maybe like I don't know, 6 months down the road, I'm not going to force feed myself on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
that's just one of those things.
Wizkid put out a new track, and so did fucking Chance the Rapper. It's been a long time since he put something out.
Oh yeah, Mr. Independent. But I mean, last time I seen he got married, I think he was having a kid or something like that. Probably letting his brother cook. Taylor.
Gucci put out a new album too. Okay. That new kid Sofago with the pink hair, Duke Deuce, Logic. I thought he quit. I thought he was just twitching, streaming some shit.
They all say that. They all say that, and then they get an offer to come out and do a show, do their set under an hour, and it's like, yeah, why not? Why not just come out there and just make a quick bag? It's just super simple. Like, why wouldn't you though? Mm-hmm. Like you're just performing. Like, all right, now you're in the studio session. You know why I think he probably said that? So you don't get demands on putting out something new.
Uh-huh. I get what you're saying.
So it just takes out the pressure, and then boom, you drop whenever you feel like it. And it's like, oh yeah, you're back. Kind of creates a little bit of hype, and honestly, it gives himself an automatic vacation.
Okay.
But how do you say you want to take a vacation as an artist, though?
Like just chill?
Yeah. Like, how does that actually work?
The state of the industry right now, honestly, bro, if you're not like making hundreds of $1,000s a show, I don't think you have the leverage to say that, hey, I can take some time off, because there's a new nigga coming out every 5 minutes. No, everybody can produce a radio worthy industry standard when it comes to production value and sound right from their home without anybody.
But what if
Russ does it all the time?
Yeah, like what if you're a Russ or you're an artist that can tour around the world and things like that, right?
Yeah, you could take a vacation.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but
like, or even you're not even making Russ money, but you can travel around the world and still, because those are the markets that you're just selling at. If you're selling in freaking Austria, right, or San Juan or these other places that just happen to pick up your music and really like it, you got to go over there and do a show. You know what I mean? Like, how much, like, obviously you got to do the tours, you got to lay out the music, you got to do the music videos and things like that. Your album comes out, you're pushing all of that, going on tour for a few months, sitting back home, and then you got to kind of do it all over again. How much vacation time do you really have?
None. You gotta.
Not really.
It's a full time. It's a full time job, like 365, bro.
You can
like
maybe
music industry is something different.
I think you can maybe, like, you don't take a long I don't think you take a long time away from the airways, but I think you take short little spurts of breaks in between all of it. Like, you could take a week off or 2 weeks. You could take a week off on social media and still live. You know what I'm saying? Even 2 weeks, but probably 1 week is probably, hey, get back on there, post a story or something, right? And then when it comes to actual content of music, what, 3 to 4 months maybe?
Yeah.
5 months now at the most? Until somebody is like, hey, I kind of want to hear something. You know what I mean? Even if it's not a whole project, they kind of just want to hear something. So, like, you probably have to be in the studio at some point within those months to have that kind of drop. You have to drop something. But then again, you don't want to, like, be dropping everything fresh out. Kind of want to be ahead. So, like,
yeah,
where's the vacation?
There is none, bro. And
It's
you
crazy.
shouldn't expect something. You shouldn't expect it to be in the
No.
entertainment industry.
It was a rhetorical question, but you know, it's just like
Back in the 90s, you know, when there wasn't social media, when you had to like vie for attention and people's like couple seconds of whatever, you could have when everything was just on paper. But now, man, you got to be in niggas' faces 24/7.
That's wild.
And that's it.
That's wild.
I was just about to say something. Oh, your boy Wack said him and Jay Prince need to fight.
I felt like it was eventually gonna lead up to that because they were calling each other out of their names for a little while. So I don't know how much promo that really is. You know what I'm saying? Because usually, sometimes, hey, even Wack did the whole promo with Tyson. You know what I mean? A few years back. So sometimes I look at it with a raised eyebrow. This one don't seem fake to me. This one doesn't. Calling each other bitches and all that shit. It's like, woo. But, I mean, hey, man, both of them kind of are in a lead role, things like that. Hopefully it works out for the best. I think, and it's over the Larry Hoover movie or whatever like that. I think, honestly, if they can kind of, both sides can get out their feelings a little bit and really just discuss business how they need to discuss business.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you know, a good product could come out for the people and really people can see what they wanted to be able to see, and the family can possibly eat the right way and everybody could feel like they're compensated the right way. I don't know. It's just all a part of, I just think anything can be negotiated as long as there's just cooler heads prevailing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's just my opinion. So I feel like once everything calms down and they could just get back to just talking, you know what I mean? Rather than calling each other out their names, I think some good business could be had, some good money could be made. Especially after the hype of that whole concert happening with Kanye and Drake and, you know, Amazon being a part of it, Amazon Prime, and this could be a whole Amazon thing too, where Amazon picks it up and it's a Prime movie or a Prime series or something.
The Life of Larry Hoover.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Sell the rights.
The Life of Larry. Actually, you just call it The Life of Larry. Right there. There goes a layup. Just make sure we got them tickets.
Yeah, and a lighter note, my boy too, Stoney, Post Malone says he writes most of his lyrics while taking a shit. Literally, shit comes to me.
Bars.
How do you feel? I can understand that.
Yeah.
A lot of times stuff comes to me in the shower or taking a shit. Something about being alone and in your thoughts. Especially there's no music. You know what I mean? You got to drown out the exhaust fan when you're in the toilet. So it's like, yeah, you just think about a lot of wild shit. I definitely can see that. I definitely see that one.
I probably could have written some of the best novels. I mean, but honestly, some of the best ideas have coming on the toilet. Honestly, just sitting back, and then you kind of like, really, besides the shower, you kind of, there's two places I feel like, and it's both in the bathroom. You kind of just recap your day,
yeah,
and then you think of new ideas. Is on the toilet and in the shower. That's just how I think. If I were to put a poll out there right now, pretty sure a lot of people would agree. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just great ideas. Where do you get your greatest ideas? And it's typically those two places. And yeah, man, I'm riding with Post on this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the shitty boys is up. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
I'm pretty sure he dropped White Iverson on the toilet.
Might as right for real.
Taking it to Browntown. Dropping White Iverson.
Little Baby's gonna have a documentary Untrapped on Amazon Prime. He's pretty much had a meteoric rise. It's been great to see.
Baby on baby.
You know, like, allegedly he's real.
Hopefully it's not so real where he's gonna join some of the homies.
Yeah, I hope, you know.
That's why
I think they would have went and got him already, but you never know how these legal proceedings go.
Yeah. But I mean that's true. But
the YSL situation is still pretty mucky. Everybody's still locked up. No one's been given bond. It's pretty much been Slime Watch 2022 since April.
Yeah.
April, all of May, now January. I mean, now June, or since May.
I want to say April, May, early May.
All of May.
Yeah, pretty much all of May.
All of May, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all of May.
Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough.
Because it was like May 5th or something like that, or May 2nd. It was early in the month. Yeah,
we really didn't do too much talking about. We really try not to do too much talking about the legal proceedings because, I mean, like, we really don't know what's going on. We can comment. You know what I mean? Oh, Brittany Griner.
Still tapped into jail.
Yeah, still tapped in, and they actually decided to give her more time.
Yeah, they doubled up.
So, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like I said, I've been locked up, and I see everybody calling for her to get released, but it's like, if you did it, the fuck? Same thing with the nigga, like I said before, same thing with the nigga in Singapore, wherever he was. I think he pissed in the street, or he had a cig, something illegal. They caned his ass. That was the law. As much as they wanted to get little Jimmy or whatever his name back from Singapore, whenever he wanted to get back from Singapore, I mean, he had to get caned first. Straight up. Like, I don't want anybody to be locked up, but like, yo, how are you going to say, oh, she deserves to be free when she did whatever she did? Right? So, okay, so she broke a really bad law in that country, so I should be able to go to another country and do whatever the fuck I want and get free because I've been locked up for a month and a half or 3 months or however long it's been.
I can't tell another country what to do, but I will say this. At least let's at least tell them a final time. Like, hey, this is how long.
I'll say this, right?
That's not a bad request, right? Like, hey, how long am I actually supposed to be?
Now, if you're a political pawn, why you got yourself in that situation.
No, I completely get all that. I'm just saying the only request that America can really ask is like, hey, how long are you planning on holding her? Because everything else,
Can it be 20 years?
even if it's that,
Broke down palace.
you get what I'm saying? Even if it's that, I think 20 years is excessive, but even if it's that, right? I would have to say,
Niggas get the max all the time. Get the excessive max all the time in America, and nobody is saying to release them.
I'm not even bringing up any of that. I'm just saying, this is Russia. I get that. Hey, we know you're holding her. I think the only request, like I said, could be is, how long are you holding her? Is it 5 years?
15.
Is it 10? Is it 15?
If it's 15, then what?
It don't matter.
If that's the law. What?
It doesn't matter what the time
she
is.
plays basketball, she should be let go.
Who is saying that? I'm never saying that. I'm literally saying I think the only request could be from America or anybody from this side would be, hey, how long are you holding it for? Because everything else is kind of irrelevant.
I get that part, but yeah, same here. Everything else is kind of irrelevant to me.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, because you can't demand her to get out because it's not your country. Can't tell them how to run their justice system on a national level or even on a state level or province level or whatever level.
And Russia don't even really fuck with us anymore because Trump ain't in power.
So there's a lot. Like, it's not going to be a good thing. So that's why I'm just saying in general, like, yeah, the only thing America right now could do is, hey, how long are you holding her? Is it 15 years? Okay, hey, we have to tell. So we could just tell her family. So it's not just you. Kind of want to just put this to bed of people to stop asking kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But hey, you know what? At the same time, hopefully
it works out.
Yeah.
Hopefully she didn't do what they say she did. You know what I mean? I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah. And if it's honestly unsmoked, untapped, hopefully, you know, they give her a
having it though in that country is just as illegal. Like, it shouldn't have been. That's the whole thing. And was she leaving or was she coming?
I think she was leaving.
So she was leaving. So that means she had it there. So it could be a whole investigation going on. Where did you get the dope?
Yeah, they can call it dope. If that's what the country deems it to be. You know what I'm saying?
And then, like, I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. If she snitches, the nigga still gonna fuck with her when she gets through?
Chances are she snuck it in and was on the way out. That's just the only thing that's logical. You usually bring those things in. Because if it's illegal, like, where did he go to go buy it? You know what I'm saying? And a WNBA player finding a black market Russian thing is, I mean, highly likely, but still, like, how hard are you going for a vape? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, I don't think that's what the buyer's market is.
Maybe she definitely can't have, like, live weed.
No, not at all.
Not in Russia. I would even be like, yeah, I'm not bringing no weed to Russia. Like, just somebody, if I was going to Russia, bro, I'm not bringing no weed to Russia.
No, hell no.
Certain places, I'm not bringing weed. I'm going to Asian countries, I'm not bringing no weed. Sorry.
Yeah,
Shit's different over there.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I'm not bringing no weed to, like, well, India would be Asia, but I'm not bringing no weed to India. You feel me? I'm not bringing weed to fucking Dubai. I'm not trying to be locked up for 56 nights.
Look,
shout out to Future.
At the end of the day, your country, your rules. That's it, man. I'm not gonna sit there and try to dictate it, try to sway
I'm bringing weed to Latin America 1,000%, and I'm bringing weed to the Caribbean 100,000%.
And honestly, like, I'm kind of careful on what state I'm in. Like, literally.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, you can smoke, like,
domestically. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but no. Like,
depending on where you at, yeah.
Weed has been hella legal in Florida for years, and I've always smoked.
Nah, but you don't remember passing by, like, the Madison counties and things like that, where you would see those, like, signs that would say, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones that he's like, hey, hold on. Yeah, put that out, man. Come on now. Come on. Like, but that's a thing, you know what I mean? So I would say, man, like, it's just a crazy time, honestly, like with everything going on though, man. Seriously. But shit, man.
Anything else popping?
Man, there's a few more
There's
things.
a topic, just say it. Might as well get it out. Let's give these people a long one. They won't get it too often. You know, sometimes you got to stretch your legs just so people can know that you can do it.
Let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's any more music news out here.
Music, not so much. I mean, I can't comment on any of the new music that's dropped other than Drake. Honestly, I haven't listened to anybody's thing. I never listened to Logic, so I couldn't tell you about Logic. Duke Deuce, he's always a fun listen. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to go with the average that he's probably another fun listen.
Nah, I feel that. And then
I don't think this is going to be his bomb album. You know what I mean? That's going to do like horrible. So I'm going to go with law of averages is probably going to be another fun listen.
No, it's definitely going to be fire. I know Chris Breezy has like a little single out right now. I think he might have dropped an album too. I got to check. But then again, it almost feels like he's a little blackballed, right? When's the last time you seen him on like a playlist like that?
Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Like an advertised playlist or a real playlist? Because he's on every bitch's playlist.
No.
Let's just normalize some things.
Not just a bitch's playlist. I'm talking about the advertised.
He might be on Apple's R&B playlist. I don't know though, because I don't listen to R&B. I don't listen to the R&B playlist.
Well, I'm not even talking about just pure bare R&B, because usually Chris Brown's like a crossover
or a feature. Are you talking something like a feature?
Yeah, even on Rap Life, I feel like he should be on there. On some shit
the
like
last
that.
one was him and Drake that I remember, and him and Gunna.
I feel like he dropped.
She grinding that on me.
Yeah, I feel like he's dropped way more.
He's dropped
shit.
some other shit, but I just
don't.
I can't put a label on. Like
right?
yeah, like the last album he dropped 40 something tracks.
I think he's doing it again. Actually, let me go check.
Yeah, that's that. I'm getting out of this deal move. Y'all gonna have to pay me some more. What's up?
And I think it runs up the numbers anyways. Let's see. Let's see what Chris Breezy did.
We talked about that new artist Lil Papa getting signed to CMG. Did we ever talk about that?
Nah. But
okay, just so you guys know, Lil Papa got signed to CMG.
That's dope. Chris Brown that single is with Wizkid, by the way, too. So Wizkid.
He do have that new song with Wizkid.
Yeah.
That song's pretty fire.
That's what I'm saying. Chris Breezy.
That song's pretty fire.
Sounds like he's back.
In his bag.
Damn, Slime and B. I forgot he had a tape with Young Thug.
Slime and B, yeah. And it did pretty well.
Yeah. Chris Breezy, man.
Chris Breezy.
Let's see.
Chris Brown, top five artists the last 10 years.
Artists overall?
Top 5.
Might be more.
Last 10 years. Chris Brown.
Probably give him more of an overall 20 years.
20? Nah, he's not that old.
Yeah.
Is he? He's 36? He's 34?
Yeah, he's got to be.
No, Chris Brown's like 30, bro.
No, he's got to be.
Remember, he came in when he was 15, supposedly.
15, 16, yeah. But he's definitely just touching his 30s for sure. And he's been around since like 2005.
Hey, Google. How old is Chris Brown?
Chris Brown is 33 years old.
There you go.
15 years then. He's been, for the last 15 years, man, Chris Brown, I'll say, is a top 5 artist.
He might have a little over 15 years, though.
15 years. 15 years from 33. Take away 15 from 33. Right? That's 18. I'm not giving him from when he first came out. I'm giving him some time.
I felt
when
like
he started getting
was doing
back,
numbers.
But I'm saying for the last 15 years, Chris Brown is a top 5 artist. I don't know who else would be in that
But
top 5. Drake.
No. But I feel like since you're only giving him 15, right? You're taking away the songs with him and like T-Pain and some of those type of songs that he had like right before the drama with him and Rihanna, right? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, overall, in general, he was still a new artist when he first came out. I'm talking about like Chris
After he
Brown
turned
has
veteran.
been a giant artist
For a long time.
last 15 years.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
give him top 5 artists in the last 15 years.
Yeah. And
Him,
mind you, he
Drake, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Lady Gaga,
Kanye Weekend type of
Kanye the week. Yeah, it's hard. That's a harder top 5 to me than the NBA.
like just artists. Like,
Artists last 15 years. Fuck it, artists the last decade. Let's make it even harder. So we'll throw in some of the younger people.
I mean,
Top
I guess.
5. And I need an order. Who's your number 1 artist the last 10 years?
last 10 years.
Since 2012.
I'll throw Drake, Kanye. Those two are got to be in the mix.
Drake, I'll give it to Drake. Drake been a little more consistent. I think Kanye would be too damn. Fuck, I forgot about Kanye.
Yeah. I mean, then he dropped my beautiful dark twisted fantasy
Yeah.
within this last 10 years. So yeah.
Yeah, but no, you're thinking about Pablo. That was the one with all the hits.
No, for sure. But
Give me some of my summer, you know all of that
T-Lop
shit.
was dope. Dark
If I fuck
Twisted
this
Fantasy
model-
was really nice too, though. He
And
definitely
she said,
he dropped that. He dropped a few things within 10
"If I
years.
fuck this model, and she bleached her asshole,
Yeah, no, he
she
dropped
get
a few
bleach
things.
in my t-shirt.
Then I got to give it to Drake. Who
I'ma
else?
feel like an asshole."
Who else is in this mix now?
Beyonce, you throw Beyonce. Okay,
Oh,
there's-
is this talking about general artists?
yeah,
not hip-hop?
no, not hip hop. I'm talking about general.
Okay, those would be my 2 hip hop. I'm gonna give
Chris Brown is the number 1 R&B artist last 10 years.
Breezy.
Weekend and Bieber. Is it? Remember that thing? Remember that thing we did on boxing?
I'll go Breezy, Beyonce, and then
Dog, there's a lot of art. There's a
a
lot
lot
of
of artists.
huge artists.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Taylor
Chris
Swift.
Brown held it down. Drake, Chris Brown,
Taylor Swift had a good damn near 10-year run.
Drake, Chris Brown, Kanye. Right? Now we
Yeah.
got to talk about women. You can't put another guy in. You got to talk about women. So any other guy, sorry.
I put Beyonce and Taylor Swift.
What about Adele?
She did have a strong run.
Last 10 years, Lady Gaga sold a lot of records, and she's already huge. You could say that in the last 20 years, Lady Gaga is one of the top 5 artists.
Top
But
five,
now we're
top
going
five,
back
top five.
20 years.
True. So
So, like,
I ain't mad at that.
you feel me? And these are people, like, that's actually doing numbers. It's hard.
Top five.
Music
But no, I
is
think-
way harder than sports to
But
me.
like I said, I think I might go with Taylor and Beyonce because Taylor with the
The
whole
only, like, I'll say an artist, right? I'll say an artist.
Mhm.
So I won't consider songwriting. Everybody else on that list writes a lot of their music. Chris
Yeah.
Brown writes a good portion of his shit,
yeah.
right?
No, if you
I don't know that Beyonce writes anything.
True, but
So, like, if you want to say that, I don't know that Beyonce writes anything. But as an artist, yeah, that's the difference between best song and best song performance. Best song is the writers. Best song performance is usually the artist.
okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think there's anybody. There's only a few other people that.
Taylor Swift has written a lot of shit for a lot of people.
I want to say potentially you could say Post Malone the last 10 years. Potentially.
Post Malone, bro.
Potentially.
But here's the thing.
He hasn't been out 10 years though, has he?
Yes, he has.
Has he?
Yes, he has.
Close to it.
Yeah, but 8 years, I'm gonna round it up.
Yeah.
He's had a strong 8 years. He's had a strong 7 years.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you would consider Post Malone a pop artist. There's Weeknd in a male pop artist. There's Weeknd and Bieber.
I'm thinking about people that I've seen with a billion plays.
Weeknd and Bieber also. You're forgetting about Abel.
No, I was gonna say
Justin.
I was gonna say Weeknd. It was just because you said artist. I was just like, well, Beyonce has to take that spot because I've seen her sell out stadiums, arenas, all that.
I've
shit.
seen a lot of people sell out stadiums.
No,
and arenas.
it was just her.
And then you got to talk.
We're talking about the Marlon shit. It was just her.
Yeah, okay, no, but I've seen a lot of singular acts sell out arenas. Have you ever seen Bad Bunny?
No, for sure.
Like, we're not even talking about world people. Have you ever seen a fucking WizKid show?
The Marlins stadium shit was big.
I'm talking about stadiums. I'm talking about stadiums, bro. I'm not talking about arenas. I'm not talking about 15 to 20,000. I'm talking about 100,000 seats performing at Real Madrid Stadium.
No, for sure. No, Bad Bunny is crazy. But like I said, we've seen that Beyonce army. You know what I'm saying? They literally got an army. Plus, honestly, they did their thing with the whole fireworks going off crazy too. You know what I mean?
It's a hard question, and I still say Chris Brown is one of the top artists the last 10 to 15 years.
And I enjoy his joints too. So like, that's not a bad choice. That's not a bad choice, especially like if you just run through his catalog. Definitely up there. I'm not sure if Future's been in it for 10 years.
It's hard too, because Future is one of my top artists also, but I didn't say Future.
Yeah,
because I already said Drake.
Drake
and Kanye.
Yeah, those two got to be in there, honestly, for the last 10. Now there's I think I'm gonna just stick with the ones that I said though. Right now,
yeah, it's not a bad list.
Yeah, just
as far as complain.
Just as far as open artists and things of that nature, man.
Yeah, I can't complain.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Yeah. This is like episode 11.
11.
Just to let you guys know.
It's not 11. It's 11.
11.
11.
50 11 times. Yeah, there's been a lot of things popping. We didn't talk about, like, I guess some more of the heavier stuff.
Oh yeah, but
you guys know we'll circle back.
Yeah, we'll spin the podcast block and come back, man.
I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. We try to squeeze in as much as possible until we just get tired of talking. Because sometimes, I mean, you can only listen to people talk for so long, right?
Yeah, you already know the vibes.
So you guys have a good one. Episode 11. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share, do all of those things. More
importantly, tap in again.
Tap in. Yeah.
Right.
Let us know what you want to hear.
Peace.
Peace.